Yeah. A lot less stupidness.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming, man.
Oh, thank you for having me, Colin.
All right. So this is Tatted Munky.
Hello.
I just want to start off with what is the whole Tatted Munky thing? Is that like branding? Is that like a nickname?
It's pretty much a nickname. From high school, I had a nickname, Monkey. Because every time it comes from when I walk. When I was young, when I walk, I never used to move my arms. So
really?
when you look for me from behind, I look like a monkey dragging my arms. So when I got older, I started to get more tattoos, and I just added tatted on it. So Tatted Munky.
True.
I swing my arms now, so
yeah, of course you have to with all those tattoos.
yeah, gotta show them off.
What's the primary style you go for with your tattoos? Everything?
Primary style, prison style.
Yeah,
I like the whole like I guess bad boy image.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten it like from like a prison setup?
No,
Like just like a fork or something?
no,
like that?
I definitely want to try that out though.
Man,
It'd be
you
interesting.
should. Man, I saw this guy's tattoo. It was like absolutely incredible. And I was looking at it, and he's like, you looking at this? And I was like, okay. And he was just real like, confrontational. And I was
Okay.
like, he's like, yo, I got this done with butter. He's like, in
What?
prison.
Oh, okay.
I was like, butter? He's like, butter. He's like, this is all butter. I was like, really? They like burn it and they like make it into an ash.
Okay.
And then they like take a little water and then the ash is black, right?
Yeah.
And then they just
Yeah.
keep doing that and they use that as ink.
Weird.
And apparently it works because it's butter.
Oh, okay. I guess so. That's weird.
That's very weird. How many do you have? Are your legs done too?
No. I'm only tattooed my arms, some on my chest, and my neck, my face, and my head.
Yo, I saw your chest. Your chest is crazy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks, man.
Liked it a lot.
Sweet.
Man, I gravitate towards the tattoos because I love tattoos myself.
I know.
So right away I'm like,
Yeah, I like your tattoos, man.
yeah, I'm going for just like different shit. This is actually the logo for the show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know it was gonna be the logo for the show until she finished, and I was
Okay.
like, yo,
That's the logo.
this is it. So I'm gonna get somebody like print it on like
Okay.
online, and I'm
Okay.
gonna run with that.
Okay. That's cool. Nice.
But what inspired the whole the face tattoos and everything?
Oh man. I explained my face tattoos on my Instagram stories. Pretty much when I was younger, I had a really bad relationship with my father, and every time I looked in the mirror, because I kind of looked like him, it reminded me of him.
True.
So every time I looked in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw. So I got my first face tattoo, which was my 3 dots, which is "Living La Vida Loca" in Latin or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
And when I first got it, I'm like, this is what's gonna change what I see in the mirror.
Of course.
So I just started just going off and just doing that. And plus, I want it to be different.
Yeah.
Everyone got their arms done and their legs done, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, I'll get my face done. Why not?
Yeah, and what you got was actually like it's like perfect.
Yeah. Everything starts to. They started to
Yeah.
like. It slowly started to like, be symmetrical.
Yeah. It's really good. I really like it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I kind of have that same kind of thing because I look just like my dad.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't have like
A good
greatest-
relationship.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not good.
yeah, I know, but like I wanted a face tattoo, but I was like, I don't know. It's a big commitment.
It is a very big commitment. I tell people, if you're established, you have your career, you're making lots of money, get it done, because you will definitely get judged a lot.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Very much.
The second you see it.
Yeah, people will stare at you, people will judge you. If you apply for a job, it's really hard to apply for work.
True.
Really hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, man.
How does that go? Like, can you just like see it in their face? Like,
Yeah,
right
you
away?
can definitely tell. Like, I went to one interview. I was supposed to do, I don't know what it was for. I think it was for Nescafe.
Yeah.
I don't mean to name drop or anything. I went for an interview. I went to the interview and they're like, yeah, the position is full. I'm like, you just called me this morning to come in for an interview, and what, an hour later the position is full?
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you guys are bullshitting me. That's fine, but thank you for wasting my time.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Bye.
Man, I get that. I've gotten that same thing because like my name,
What's your,
it's
Colin?
Colin
Yeah.
Cummings. and it's like very Irish.
Okay.
So like usually they expect to maybe see like a white
I
Irish
wish.
looking guy.
Yeah.
And then I come in.
And they're like, oh.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you can kind of feel it. The energy changes.
Yeah.
Like oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Here's your application.
Yeah. And then it's just like whatever.
Yeah, fuck them.
But yeah, and then you got the one at the top.
Yeah.
What is that at the top?
Oh, it's a mandala.
Oh man, it is.
Mm-hmm.
What does it represent?
Just life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they all represent.
Yeah, that's
really.
what it pretty much represents.
Yeah, I got 2 on my ribs.
How was that?
Oh man, it was easy when I got the mandalas on my ribs.
Okay.
Because I had already gone through. They're cover ups.
Oh, okay.
So what I got first, my first tattoo.
Yeah.
It said no fear and no doubt, like along both ribs.
Ouch.
And yeah, it was my first tattoo. I had
tattoo.
no idea how
You're brave.
much it would hurt. The tattoo studio was real wild.
Okay.
Like we were drunk.
Oh, jeez.
It was ridiculous. I was bleeding so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I remember like all I had was a water bottle to like squeeze, and I was like sweating and shaking, and it was crazy.
Damn, dude.
So after that experience, when I was getting the mandala in a proper setting, I wasn't drunk or anything. I fell asleep on the table.
Oh, that's easy.
And I woke up like 3 hours later. He's like, I'm gonna go smoke. I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice.
I just meditated really. I just listened to like this like Tao meditation thing, like the bells, it goes ding, like that meditation stuff. And
That's cool. I usually smoke weed before I get a tattoo. People always tell me not to because you tend to focus more on the pain.
that's what they say.
But I don't know. For me, it's just I tend to just think about other stuff and
Yeah, you
the
kind of
tattooing
zone
me.
out.
Yeah.
I have to smoke weed before I get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be sitting there for like 4 hours.
Yeah,
so.
you're gonna sit there for 3-4 hours. What are you gonna do? Like twiddle your thumbs? You might as well just smoke some weed and just think about stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's get into the interviewing, because like when I first met you, it was like through like an interviewer. But then when I saw you on Instagram, I saw your Instagram. It says Tatted Munky Photography. So, what comes first with you, the photography or the interviewing?
It's the photography for sure.
Okay.
I've been doing instant photography for 3 years, but I've been in I guess I've been in photography for maybe 7 years, 8 years.
Wow.
But not like constant photography. I've just maybe dabbled in it here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like that's another thing. The instant photography. Like, how did that come about? Like, is that a genre of photography that people do, or is that like?
It's actually really popular. Like a lot of people in Europe are into instant photography, and I got into instant photography because a friend of mine gave me a instant film camera, and once I started using it, I just started to fall in love with it. I just like the idea that you take a picture and you're able to hold it in your hand and just like have something tangible in your hand and
right away, and
it's not edited. That's the one thing that I like about instant photography, that you don't edit you can't edit your photos at all. Like,
that's true.
Once you get it, that's it.
I never thought of that, actually.
Because with digital, a lot of people do digital. A lot of people use Photoshop, and it's just not a real image.
No, definitely not.
So when you get an instant photo, it's there. That's you. That's what you pretty much capture that moment, and you have it in your hand, and that's you at that time. You can't edit that.
Wow. Yeah. See, that is a little background. We met through someone that I met on Shaper, and her name is Jessa. But that's what I was saying about my stuff. I'm like, I want to do something that's like raw, and like I don't want to edit too much. I don't care about the coloring and this and that. And that's when she like triggered, and she was like, I gotta connect you with this person. Yeah, because doing things raw, it's a lot better. It's like you capture the moment, rather than like try to manufacture your own.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's a lot better.
So with photography, instant photography, like where do you want to go with that? You want to just like keep doing that and make that your style, or are you like just testing something out for a few years?
No, I want to be the king of instant film photography in Toronto.
Yeah,
I want people to, when people think instant photography, I want people to think me.
Okay.
I'm not trying to like brag or anything like that. Like,
no,
that's
brag,
just
man.
what
Do
I
it.
want.
You gotta brag.
I want that. That's what I want for my brand. I want my brand to be #1 for Toronto. For now, and then later I want to go international.
Yeah, definitely. If it's big in Europe, it'll be easy for you to make that.
Yeah, actually,
jump. Especially with the way they love, like they're more accepting of like
they are
that. So much more.
I've had a lot of people hit me up from Europe. They're like, we like your look. We would definitely like you to model in Europe, or it's like I've actually had a couple models from Europe be like, yeah, I would definitely like, I like your style of photography. I want you to, if you're ever in France, if you're ever in Germany, if you're ever in Netherlands, like hit me up. I'm like, okay,
Really?
I'm down for that.
That's crazy. So you gonna go?
Whenever I get the money, yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Definitely. I definitely want to do the traveling photographer thing.
Yeah, that's.
I'm tired of working in the kitchen. I want to make photography my full-time gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I recently made that jump to videography being like the full-time thing I do.
Good.
And yeah, it's really empowering.
It is.
I guess you can say.
It is, because it's, you love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You are dedicating your entire time into it, and it's your work, and it's your passion. Of course you would be happy about it.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely let's get that done for you somehow.
Yeah.
Try and help you out with
Yes.
that instant photography. So like what do you want to do in terms of your interviewing? Because I know you have a whole thing also that you like to do. You were telling me the point. If you can go over like what your point of your interviews are again, just for everybody.
Okay, so I have a project called Exposure Project. Pretty much I interview artists who are super talented, but they don't have the exposure that I feel they should get.
Okay.
So there's tons of great artists in Toronto. Like there's some really bad artists, and there's some really good artists. And some of the really bad artists have like millions of followers, and they sell their art. And I look at the people who are really super talented and don't have like the following that they have, and I'm wondering why they can't be selling their pieces for like millions of dollars. And I'm using my platform and my I guess just my reach of people for them to connect. Because I'm not a greedy person. I'm very helpful. I want to help people. Yeah. So pretty much I did this interviewing stuff just so I can help the art community in Toronto. Okay. Because I can't go international. I can't really go to like the States and interview artists out there.
Yeah, it's hard.
So I'm just doing it locally right now.
Okay. That's exactly what I want to do. And also just like have conversations about mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah, it's when you talk to people, it's really interesting like what they have to say, or like just their thought process is really amazing.
Yeah, that's the big thing, and that's like where the education comes. That's what I like about it. You learn a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Like even in the few interviews that I've had so far, it's like it's changed the way I do things so far.
Good.
It's changed the way I thought. It's
good.
like it's really good. It's really good. So when we spoke, we were talking about interviewing and the whole craft of it, and we were talking about people trusting and being able to be vulnerable.
Yes.
So like how do you go about doing that
with interviewing? Like just like my interview process?
Yeah.
Well, with my interview process, I usually, when I find a new artist, I hit them up, and then I try my best to do a lot of research on them. Like not like I Google them, but like I look at their art. Okay. I try to figure out where their mindset was. I try to ask them how they started with art. Like I just want to get deep into their passion. So when I'm interviewing someone, I don't want to make it feel like, you know, like it's the news. I want it to be like this setting, like we're very comfortable with each other. It's like a very chill session. It's nothing like, oh, tell me why do you do art, and like, you know, like hard hitting questions.
Yeah,
where it's
trying
like
to
really
get at them.
like really pressured. Like I just want them to talk and just open up and tell me a lot of things about themselves. So when people are talking, you have to listen very carefully with what they're saying. You can't just be like You can't just let it go through one ear and then the out. You literally have to like listen and just try to pick up things that are very important. That would be very important for the interview process. So it's like if they're saying stuff about their childhood, then talk about their childhood. Or if they're talking about like their art process, ask like what goes through their mind when they do art, or like what kind of equipment do they use, or like I don't know, just try to like pick at their brain, but not in a pressure type of way.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. Like, because like I have a lot of questions, but like if you fire them off, it feels weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
If you're lackadaisical, it feels like you don't care.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
There's a hard balance to find. When you come in with the questions like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's also hard to like ask questions too at the same time when you're interviewing someone. Sometimes people just talk, like, and sometimes you just want your question answered.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's really hard for you to ask a lot of questions because sometimes people you ask one question and they talk for 10 minutes about that question and you're just like, okay, I don't know. Like I can't like transcend from asking this question to another question. So you have to like just, it's really an interview session. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
It should be just a conversation. It shouldn't be like pressuring that person to like answer this question like this. Just be very calm and just have fun with it. Like if the person trusts you, they'll be able to open up for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure that whole process out myself. And I think you're right. Like as I start using this type of format, it is calmer.
Yeah, it is.
And it just feels better. Like my first 2 interviews, they were really run and gun because they're cancellations. So it's like I was running into studios and I was like, hey, can you do a tattoo? And then afterwards, she's like, I got somebody coming in, so I'm breaking down and setting up. So you can interview me while I'm doing that. I'm like, okay.
It's weird. It's rushed. Like you feel rushed. It doesn't feel, I guess real. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it just doesn't feel proper.
It's not an authentic conversation.
Okay, that's it.
It's just basically like you're firing questions at somebody, and she can't like think fully. Like she's doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
And she has to think of the next person that she's gonna sit down with for hours.
Exactly.
So it gets difficult. But with your interviews, what equipment do you use? Because I know you have the instant camera, but like, does that, like, I don't know what it looks like, but does it like even fit on a tripod? Like, does it do that whole thing?
It has the sockets on the bottom. Yeah. On each camera. But when I interview people, I don't do the whole video thing like you. Yeah. I have a voice recorder. Okay. And I just do that. I start the interview, I interview, and then I literally listen to the interview, and then I transcribe it. Like I listen to it, and then I write it by hand. Really? Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Well, because I want to pick out their best quote. Like I want to pick out their like something very inspirational from what they say. So I have to listen to the interview again. And I usually listen to the interviews like 20 times over and over again. I just like, especially when you hear people talk, especially when you hear it again, you definitely get inspired with what people say. So you definitely like I like to hear what people are saying to me. Of course. Because it's really inspirational to me. So I write, and when you write things down, it goes right to your brain. Definitely. So when I'm writing it down, I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh, okay, this really is inspirational. I understand what they're trying to say. Wow. Yeah. So it's a long process. Like people tell me you can get like computer programs and stuff like that, but I don't.
That'll write it out as they're
when you upload it and then it writes it out for you. But I don't feel like.
Well, it feels disconnected from the whole
exactly.
process.
Like it's not. I feel like it's not being real. Like I'm not being authentic. Like I'm just going to an interview. I'm putting it into a computer and then whatever. I just look at it and pick it. No, I actually want to like listen to what I'm saying. I want to listen to what they're saying.
Wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm like it's I don't know. I guess it's like a whole like thing for me.
How long do you usually have them? Don't worry.
Oh, like how long is the interview process? It really depends. Like some people are really shy and they talk for maybe 10 minutes. The longest interview I've had was an hour and a half. Okay. It was a long interview.
And then you listened back to
that. Yeah, I listened back to it.
And then you wrote that out.
Yeah, I wrote it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. Like I have notebooks with like tons of like.
But that's so good. That's like the amount, like everything, like if you compile everything that you've written out, it's probably like.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's probably like enough to like make a book.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Don't stop doing that. That's really good.
Yeah. I've been on hiatus with my exposure project. I've just been so busy with stuff that I need to get back.
Definitely. yeah, let me know.
No, for sure.
If you need help with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a really cool project. Basically, I'm doing basically the same thing,
Yeah,
but
you're
like
pretty much doing the same thing.
But you're more selfless. You're very selfless with it. I'm not as selfless. Like I have the cameras like so I can like be seen too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not me. I don't want to be seen. I just want the artist to be seen. I want them to be the main focus.
Yeah.
I just want to use my platform for them.
Yeah, they definitely have to be the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I try to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why at first I wanted to like be holding the camera,
Mm-hmm.
but like I know that gets awkward for the whole
Yeah,
interview
it does.
Like
It
if
does.
I was holding a camera right now,
Yeah,
I was pointing it at you.
and just pointing at me, I'd be like, I can't do this. So I'd be just looking right at the
into
camera. Like,
yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, exactly. So with the whole interviewing thing,
Mm-hmm.
how do you I know that you're interviewing artists, but
Mm-hmm.
like is there a vetting process when you're actually looking into them? Like is there something that you're looking for or something that you're not looking for?
Oh no, literally just anything that captures my eye. It's like if they're like, if they have something, like if they have like a whole like collection of art and I really like them, I'm gonna interview them. I'm gonna hit them up for sure.
True. Okay.
Like I don't care what their followings are. I don't care if they make money or if they don't make money. I want to interview them. I want to know what goes through their head when they make their art.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually had that same experience recently with this artist. And I wanted to interview him, and I actually didn't know he was an artist at first. He was an audio engineer.
Oh, okay.
And then he started talking about how he like does art, and I saw his Instagram and he's painting. But it was just crazy that like when you bring up the followings, it was like he only had like 200, 300 followers. But like when I talked to him, his story of what was going on in his life for like the past couple of years, like he broke both of his arms.
Oh shit.
And like couldn't paint, couldn't do anything.
That sucks.
And like had to like rehab himself back into like a machine.
Oh shit.
And like he was like, the day I got the screws out of my arm, he's like, I started painting right away.
Oh, that's
like
good.
within 30 minutes of the screws coming out. I was like, what the
fuck? That's dedication.
Yeah, man. And it's just like I would have never got that story if I was only looking for people who were like huge and big and everything like that.
Exactly.
Man, that was a good interview. It was 3 hours. And I was, he lives in Detroit, and I was actually recording it with my phone.
Okay.
With this software, and I was recording it, and I didn't realize with the software, it records the video, but you have to set it to record the audio.
Oh, so it was only just video and no audio?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I was so sad.
I'd be sad too. I'd be pissed
sad.
too.
I was like, no, you're joking. I was like, no, there's no way.
Oh my God.
It was lost, but he didn't know I was recording. I wanted to actually just send it to him and be like, because he was like unsure if people even cared about this story, and I was like, man, your story is like incredible.
Exactly.
So I wanted to like just show it to him and be like, here, like if you want me to post it, I will. If not, you can just delete it.
So you were gonna like edit it and then show it to him.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted him to see like, you know, maybe it's like sometimes when you hear your own stuff back, changes the way you like think about it. You're
That's
like,
true.
hey,
that's true.
So couldn't do it.
Bad, man.
We're gonna do it again, definitely, because he had fun and he was like, yeah, I think this is good. He's like, I think I might like this. I'm like, cool.
Okay, that's good then.
So hopefully I'm gonna have to like pull that story out of him again.
Yeah.
But still, it'll be pretty good.
Okay.
So
that's good.
So with your art, how do you handle things like that? I know that you're like working in the kitchen, so I know like you're probably not able to do it as much as you'd like to. Like, how do you handle being stopped? That's why I bring him up. Like, how do you handle like the stoppages, the things, the obstacles, I should say?
Oh man, I try my best, whatever free time I get, just to do it. Like I work in the kitchen at night, so most of my days done. Well, I sleep during the day.
True.
So I work maybe 6-7 hours, and I go home probably around 1-2 o'clock in the morning. I don't fall asleep till like 3-4, just because I don't know, for some reason when you cook or you do cooking jobs, you can't fall asleep right away. It's really weird.
Definitely. High energy.
Yeah, it's just really weird. So from whenever I wake up till the time I have to go to work, I try to fill in that time with like just photography, modeling, just whatever I can do to keep busy.
Yeah.
Like pretty much 24/7 I'm just working. Like I'm just keeping busy as much as possible.
Yeah, because I noticed you do like when you mentioned that you worked, I was kind of surprised. I thought you were like a full-time photographer for sure, because like your consistency online is pretty.
Oh, I'll just let you know that people do not pay for instant film photography. They don't. They really don't. They're not willing to dish out that cash. Well, it's you can literally buy a camera for, I don't know, let's say $100. You buy film for $20, so that's $120. That's something that you would give me. You could just do it yourself, but you can't do it like me.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Like that. That's
what people. That's what I think. Why people don't pay me is because they think they could do it like me.
Of course,
but they can't,
because they don't. They're not seeing what the process is.
Yeah, they don't.
Thinking that you're just taking.
Yeah,
shots.
They think I just look through the viewfinder and I push a button.
Yeah.
No, there's actually a lot of things to think about when you're actually with airplane. Well, it's social media, right? You only show what you want to show.
Right.
So I'm only showing like half naked girls or like, you know, like random stuff that I take pictures of. But at the end of the day, like I'm just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I eat, I shit, I sleep, like just like everybody else. The only difference is like I actually have the opportunity to meet people who are willing to, like, I don't know, they're willing to get like take off their clothes.
Yeah.
I don't ask them to take off their clothes.
No?
No.
Really?
Yes.
So you kind of just like that just kind of
happens. It just happens. Like
really,
they're comfortable with me. They know that I'm a pervert, like trying to creep on them or like trying to sleep with them. They know that. They know that they can trust me. They see my portfolio. They see all these other girls, and I'm happy to have the opportunity to have people comfortable with me, to be able to be like, okay, you can take pictures of me in a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
So I've been told that the average guy would love to be in my position. And I always think I'm pretty average. Like I'm like I know I do things like that are far out, or I do things like that normal people want to do, but at the end of the day, you can do the same thing that I could do.
Of course.
It doesn't you just have to like just do it.
Yeah.
The only difference is I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm going to do it. Like no one can tell me no. Like exactly. If you tell me no, I'm gonna say fuck you. I'm gonna do it. So, yeah. That's a good mentality, and also it's what you're saying towards trust. It's really, it must be amazing to have so many people have that kind of trust. Yeah, it really is. It's I don't know what to say. I'm very humble about things. So like when people like tell me like oh, you get all these girls, or like oh, like you have all these followings, it's like it's whatever, man. Like like you shouldn't really look into it. Like I don't look into it. Yeah, like it's just whatever to me. Like I'm happy that these people they trust me. I'm happy that they're comfortable around me. I'm happy that like some people tell me that like I inspire them. Like I don't know how, but I'm happy that like these people like tell me these things, but at the end of the day, I'm very humble about it, and I don't let it get to my head. Yeah. Because if you do, you turn into an asshole. You turn into a douchebag. Yeah. And that's the last thing I want. I don't want people thinking I'm an asshole or I'm a douchebag. Yeah. I just try to be as humble as possible. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I try to do the same thing, because it's real easy to get out of pocket. Yeah, it like some of the things that people tell me, it does get to my head sometimes. I'm like, who cares? Yeah, right. But yeah, your Instagram, it looks pretty crazy. Yeah, but it does look crazy. When I look through it, I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah. Shit. Even your pictures, like when you're in front of the camera, what is that process like? Is that you handling that, or is that like a photographer that just wanted to do a shoot with you that really liked your look? Or? The instant film pictures of me is me doing it myself, but the digital ones are of other photographers. Okay. And yeah, they just tell me what to do, and I just do it. Yeah, so they just want you, and like, yeah, they just see a tattooed person and they're like, we want you. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, you have a really, like, if I was a photographer, I'd be like, yeah, I gotta get like I get a lot of that. I'm like, they want some crazy shots of me. I'm just like, okay, sure, well, let's do it. Yeah, because it's like you're from Toronto, but like it's almost like
I forget what they're called. They're in New Zealand. I think it's the Maori.
Okay, yeah.
They
I've heard them.
Yeah, they tattoo
The Maori tribes.
Yeah,
they have like all over their
everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like reminiscent of that when I look at it.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that. I'm like, okay,
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and it's like whenever I see it, it's like a connection back to something, because like this used to be like a normal thing to have your face tattooed.
Yeah,
like it was like just regular.
Yeah,
of course he did.
Yeah,
it's like he just killed a lion. Of course he gets a tattoo on his face.
Of course, man. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's nuts, man. So are you gonna get more? Like,
yeah.
You're gonna go to like the cheeks? You gonna go
I don't know.
side?
I'm thinking of getting my chin done. I'm thinking of getting some of the sides done. I want to get covered from head to toe.
So do I.
Nice.
I really wanna. I don't know what I would do with the face.
I would wait. I would definitely wait.
Well, I want to work up.
Yeah,
and like if I get here and I'm like I need to do it, then I'll do it.
Yes, do that first. Don't do the face first and then go body. Yeah, when you take off your shirt, you look really stupid. I look like an idiot when I take off my shirt. I'm like, oh god. That's why I never take off my shirt. I was like, every time I do a shoot, people are like, can you take your shirt off? I'm like, no, you have to pay me to take my shirt off.
I saw one you did though, but it was just the lower part, like just like up to here.
Yeah,
it showed like the whole thing there.
Yeah. I think that was probably one of my instant film ones. Yeah.
Those
are me taking the shots. So I'll take my shirt off.
That looks sick.
But if any other photographer asks me to take my shirt off, you have to pay me.
Just highlighting that, make that in bold print. You have to pay him.
Have to pay me.
That's really cool. Your head. What was that like when you did that? I heard people like stop being able to see and like they pass out and stuff. Like
not me.
Like what happened?
That shit hurts, man.
It did, right?
It's one of the most painful tattoos I've ever gotten. The one on the top of my head, 2 sessions. They were both 4 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, so outline and then second session was the shading. It was really painful and really weird because you feel like, because your nerves they end at the top of your head and the bottom of your feet, right? So with every time you hit a certain part of your head, you can feel it in certain parts of your body, and they like twitch involuntarily.
Really?
Yeah. So you're sitting on the chair, and you're like, you're going all crazy.
That's wow.
Yeah, and some parts you can feel it like at the bottom of your spine, and it tickles. So it's painful, and you're like trying not to laugh at the same time. So it's really weird.
That's really cool that you say that, because really I meditate and stuff, so like I'm into like chakras and stuff like that, and then like the crown chakras here, and like it's getting that, and then all of a sudden your root chakra,
you're feeling it. It's really
like
weird
going off. That's weird, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you like activated some kind of kundalini.
Yeah, maybe.
Kundalini spirit up your spine.
It's going crazy.
Man. So it was 2 sessions. So in total, how much was the head? Like how many hours?
Probably, well, we took breaks. So
of course, yeah.
Took some smoke breaks. So without the breaks, 8-9 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It sucked.
And yeah. I couldn't imagine. It probably feels pretty euphoric after, no?
Yeah.
Because I know even from like this little one on my hand, I felt great after.
I was like in bliss after. I was like literally really high. Like when I got off the chair, I was like, whoa. Like everything felt weird. It was really fun.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yo, what's the process with eyelids?
Just don't open your eyes.
You just have to lay there and
just just like that.
But like your eye is under there.
Yeah,
there, like,
you can it doesn't go through your eye, but you can feel it. Like you can feel the vibration, and you can feel it on your eye.
Wow,
it's really cool. It doesn't hurt. It only hurts when you get to the eyelashes.
Yeah, true.
When you get to the eyelashes, it's so painful.
And then really painful. And you can't even like go.
No,
like,
you can't.
Squint your eyes. You have
to just like.
You have to keep it relaxed.
Yeah, you have to stay relaxed.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What is the second one here? Because I can see that one's a skull.
Also rose.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Thanks, man.
That and then the rose.
Yeah.
And then the noose.
Yeah.
Noose is sick.
Thanks, man.
I like the noose a lot.
A lot of people tell me that. Yeah. A lot of people are like, is that a teardrop? Nah, it's a noose.
It's so much better than the teardrop.
Yeah.
It just
yeah.
It says so much more.
That's why I got it.
True. And then what is this one? It's a triangle with a little.
Oh, it's
your cheek.
The alchemy symbol for sulfur. I'm into like, I guess like Satanism. I guess I don't want to say I'm into it, but I like dark.
The occult.
Yeah, like
I'm into the occult.
Yeah, I like into like dark imagery and stuff like that. And sulfur is like, you know, like has to do with hell and like heat and stuff like that. So that's why I got it.
True. True.
And it's cute as fuck. Look at it. It's a little triangle. Looks like a little person.
Yeah, when I saw it, that one stood out to me a lot. And yeah, that is what it's from. Huh. I didn't catch that before.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's like a little person or just a triangle. I'm like,
well, because I actually know that.
Yeah.
Like I'm into like that occult stuff.
Okay, good.
Too.
Some people don't know. I'm just like, why do you have a triangle on your face? I'm just like, it's just a triangle. Don't worry about it.
But when I guess when I see it on someone's, I'm used to seeing it like in books,
in
and
books and
stuff.
like, yeah.
But like when I see it on a face, wow. True. These are sick tattoos, though, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Jeez. And then above your eye, you have writing. What is the writing?
Uncanny.
Man, you did like a great job with this. Man, you could teach these fucking rappers a thing or two.
Yeah, man. I just need a rapper name, some dreads. Yeah, I'm good,
bro. it would do well, especially in Toronto. People go crazy.
Exactly.
We finally got one.
We finally found one.
That would be amazing. So like, would you ever do like a sideburn? Because I saw this guy. He had like, oh, you got like the full thing.
I have the full thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
True. So with modeling, how much do you actually do that? And like,
I've only just started.
Yeah. Yeah, you should like go into that more. Like if you want to like make that the full time, like,
I do.
If photography is like hard because it's like instant, you should like concentrate on the modeling.
I
like,
really do.
Because you have like a really good look. Like I always tell myself that like when I'm full of tattoos, I'm jacked. I'm gonna do some shit like that.
Do it.
There's gonna be bookings in my Instagram.
Book me. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
right?
I've been. A lot of people tell me like you should model. You should find agencies. I actually joined one agency a year ago.
Okay.
I never got one phone call from them.
Really?
And that really turned me off from agencies.
True.
I've just recently started. I'm just freelance, so I just ask people to like take pictures of me.
Yeah.
I did a Netflix movie.
Oh really?
Yeah, I played a dead tattooed guy. No wait, I'll be a dead tattooed drug dealer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very,
of course,
very stereotypical and very really positive for tattooed people.
That's amazing though. Netflix movie.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I've done background stuff before, but I've never been like kind of like the main guy.
Yeah.
Well, the main dead guy, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, but like the focal point.
Yeah, like I guess the focal point. It was fun, but also boring, cause it's fun because it's different, it's new, something to experience, but boring because people don't understand the process of making movies. Okay. There's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of takes that you have to do. It's just a lot of waiting, man.
Really?
I don't like waiting.
A lot of wait. Yeah, I guess so because they're doing so much. And
they're doing so much. There's assistants there telling you like timelines that they have to do stuff. So
yeah.
It's like,
true.
Hey, if they use my scene, if they don't use my scene, at the end of the day, I still got a check, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, and that's true too. They might not even use the scene.
Yeah, they might not even use it. If they don't use it, I don't care. That's fine.
Wow, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's what people don't realize. They think that just because you got picked for a movie and they shoot you, it doesn't mean they're gonna use your
Yeah,
scene.
like right away, as soon as you said that, I'm like, yo, what movie? Like,
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like,
time.
that's why I try not to like talk about it that
boast
much.
about it. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna be in a Netflix movie. Come check it out, and then I'm not in it. Like, good job, buddy.
They cut my scene out.
Like, yeah, sure, they cut your scene out.
Yeah, exactly. Right,
yeah.
Becomes that whole thing.
Yeah.
So, would you do that more? That acting thing?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Was it something that you like?
Well,
the waiting sucked, but like overall,
yeah, I would. It's definitely something new, something I've never done, and I just like doing new things, just experiencing new things. Yeah, I definitely like to.
Yeah, man, you should.
Pays good.
Really?
Food is good, and you get to meet a lot of cool people. It's just a great opportunity just to network and stuff like that. I like meeting new people. I like networking.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I'll definitely do it again.
Huh. So when you did the movie, how long you were just a dead guy? Okay, so but how long were you actually there?
Like shooting or just at the studio?
Yeah, like the whole process.
Oh,
like that small of a part. Like how long? Did you have to be there?
Maybe shooting was like 3-4 hours, but I was literally there for like 7 hours.
Wow.
Just chilling and
And
waiting.
then just like a 30-second, like.
Yeah, I'd probably 10 seconds, probably 30 seconds. I might not even, like I said, I might not even be in it.
Yeah. They just walk up. There he is, Johnson.
Yeah.
Sprinkle some crack on him.
Our case is done.
He has tattoos on his face. It was obviously him. But when it comes to the whole interviewing process, what are some tips? Because like right now, I'm trying to figure out how to like get better at this, and I want people to trust me more. Not so like I can like get things out of them, but just so like I have a better conversation.
Like
with
how
them.
we're having a good conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are some things that you do that I can like implement? Can like steal from
actually, like I was saying before, I don't make it an interview process. I make it like a chilling process. Like I tell all like like every time I meet like interview someone new, I tell them it's like a first date.
Okay.
So we're literally just getting to know each other. Like
True.
We've never met before, but yet we're having a great conversation. Yeah. It's like a first date.
True.
See, if we didn't have chemistry together, our interview would be really weird.
Yeah.
It'd just be awkward.
True.
So you have to. Yeah, that's pretty much how I take my interview process as a first date. So it's like you want to have a good impression. You want to ask good questions. You want to get to know that person.
True.
So if you think it that way, I think you might be able to have a better interview. I'm not too sure. That's just how I do it.
That's great. No,
I hope that helps you.
Yeah, man, that's actually a really good way to think of it. Because like a first date, you know, you
like you're all nervous. You want to get to know. You want to have a good first impression, but you also want to know this person, and you want them to like open up to you at the same time. Exactly like first date.
Yeah, and you want to make a good impression. That's actually
with interviews, you don't have to take them out. You don't got to feed them or anything. So
you don't, but like it'd be good too.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, I guess.
Depends how long it is.
Yeah, it really depends how long it is.
Man, so how many interviews have you done? I forget what number you said when we were talking.
I've done over 50. I don't really have an exact number. I think it's over 50. I was trying to hit 100, but I started to slow down. So I have over 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where are these interviews? Where can people see them?
On my Instagram, I usually have with some artists or with some pictures. It says exposure project and then chapter 1, chapter 2.
Okay.
And then I put down their quote, like what their like the most inspirational quote that they had when I was interviewing them.
Okay.
Usually before I used to put the question and have like all that process, but I just wanted to shorten it and just
just question answer.
Question answer. Then I decided just to shorten it because I did that because I actually want to do a book of my exposure project. So I'm like, I don't know if I should.
You don't want to expose too much.
I don't want to expose too much. So that's it.
That's actually really smart. So so basically it's on Instagram and it's like basically just like a synopsis.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's
like a teaser. Yeah,
that's pretty smart. So this is like this whole project you're looking for it to be like book form?
Yeah. Well, when I first started doing instant film, I wanted to make a coffee table book.
Okay.
Like, just random pictures and stuff like that. And then I started interviewing the artists, and then like, well, I could definitely make a book out of this because my first idea was I want to meet people like, well, with me, a lot of random people come up to me and talk to me, like a lot of random people. Yeah. You'd be surprised like how many people I meet a day. I meet a lot of people. I don't know if people just want to talk to me. It's weird. Like I've always had this, I don't know, vibe or
light.
Yeah, that just people want to talk to me. I'm like, okay, I'll talk to you. So I wanted to
trying to stay with the mic.
Sorry.
Don't worry. Just put it
so yeah, I wanted to do that as a book, but there's actually someone in New York who did that. I think Peoples of New York or something. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, I think there's Humans of New York.
That's it. Humans of New York. Okay. Yeah. When I heard that, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. So then I started interviewing artists, and I thought that would be a good niche market because I like artists, a lot of artists. I meet a lot of artists, and I want to give them exposure. So yeah, why not?
So when you say artists, like for me, I want to interview all sorts of like creatives, like So, are you going for any specifics,
No.
or you're just like music,
Artists.
everything?
Everything. Like,
yeah.
I've
Me too.
interviewed dancers. I've interviewed painters. I've interviewed models. I've interviewed strippers. I've interviewed
Strippers.
a lot of people like that subject.
It's very, very interesting. I've
Yeah.
hung around strippers before, and they're very interesting.
Yeah, there.
Very, very interesting.
Might as well. I've dated a couple strippers.
Really?
I know a couple strippers. Like I'm friends with strippers. Like
Yeah, why not?
whatever. They're cool. They're
No,
people.
Yeah, exactly.
The only difference is like, this is their work.
Yeah, they dance.
Yeah, they dance. At the end of the day, they take off their clothes. Who cares? They're making money.
Listen, if you're like a dancer, choreograph,
Mhm.
like that kind of dance,
Mhm.
people are looking at you the same way. Like,
Yeah.
when it comes to like guys, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
So hung up on the fact that they're strippers.
Yeah,
But still, that's still a cool interview.
yeah, it definitely was. Like this stuff that she said, crazy, man. Crazy the stuff that they have to go through. It's insane.
See, I've always wanted to do like a little thing on that world. Like,
Sex industry.
yeah,
Mhm.
like what do they actually like go through and like do?
They go through a lot of shit, man. I've met a lot of people in the sex industry. They go through a lot of shit. You'd be like, some of the stuff you hear, you're just like, holy shit, I can't believe you've gone through that type of stuff. It's crazy. Like, it's really crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, let me just.
Sorry, man.
Don't worry. I'm getting used to it too. Don't even worry. But yeah, they go through a lot, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually gonna ask you, what was it like to interview a dancer? Like, cause I really want to interview a dancer.
Like a regular dancer?
Yeah, a regular dancer.
Oh, just like every other interview.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was really talkative. Like she has that talkative personality. So
Mhm.
she was actually one of my longest interviews. Great girl. Yeah, just talked about dancing and just why she dances, or like how people look at her when she dances. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what is the content of that conversation? Like,
it's very pretty much anytime that you're a dancer, you're being sexualized. Yeah, that's what she said.
True.
Like, no matter what type of dance it is, people are gonna look at you as a sexual object.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. It's so true. Whatever. Goes both ways, I guess.
It goes both ways. It really does. Yeah.
So the whole Europe thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's that genre of
Mhm.
instance,
Mhm.
that's like a big thing there.
Yeah, like there's a lot of people in Europe that do that. I don't know why.
I guess they like more authentic things.
I think so.
Mm.
I feel like they're just more artsy there. They're just ahead of the time when it comes to art.
Yeah, I don't think they have as much of a like brainwashing mechanism
Yeah.
that we have here.
Yeah,
for
I feel
like
that too.
perfection.
Yeah,
They don't have that as much.
yeah, I believe that.
Mhm.
I definitely believe that.
That's why, like, whenever you see like European guys, they're usually like into like Tupac or like deep dudes, because like they actually like they're doing what you're doing. They're like reading the lyrics.
Yeah,
and being
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, man,
They
that's
actually
what
pay
it's like."
attention and stuff.
Yeah, it's very crazy.
And they're just more open.
Yeah.
Like, I have my cousin is engaged to someone who's from the Netherlands, and I hear a lot of stories about Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And they're just very open. Like, they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they smoke weed there. They don't care about people who have tattoos. They have their own sex like
the district.
red light
area
district.
that,
That's right. Yeah. They don't care. Like, they're just very open. They're very like far in times when it comes to like things like this.
Man, that's they are. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
No, I want to go.
I want to go too.
We should go, man. We should do interviews there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Man, you should be I feel like you should be traveling and interviewing people. You should be on camera more.
A lot of people tell me that. Like,
Because you're good talking.
Yeah.
And you look like that look is amazing.
thanks.
It's really it's so good. So good.
Yeah, the whole talking thing is actually like, it took me a long time to actually be really comfortable in front of the camera and just be able to talk to people.
Really?
Yeah, well, when I told you, like, I started cooking 2 years ago, because I used to be in the construction industry, and construction industry, all you do is you're just around dudes all day.
Yeah.
And they talk trash and they talk stupid shit. So I never really was able to have that ability to communicate with people well. But when I got into the food industry, it's a mixture of people. It's women, men, like all sorts of genres and
Very
all sorts of
diverse.
genders. So you have to be able to talk properly to people. So then once I started getting into the food industry, I was able to be more comfortable with talking to people and more open with people, because I'm not talking to like dudes all day, like
Yeah.
just being all vulgar and talking about girls all day. Like,
yeah, you're literally sitting with like a bunch of Italian dudes.
yeah, like just talking about like girls and their fucking pussies and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care, man. Like, can we talk about other things? Like,
Yeah, I've worked in the construction industry.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
yeah, it's not fun. It's
No.
not. It's good for money.
Yeah.
Like, I made a lot of money in the construction industry, but it's not a fun industry to be in.
Yeah, no.
Especially when you're with a bunch of dudes all day. Like, you
Yeah.
literally go a little bit crazy. It's like prison. Like, you go crazy being around dudes all day. Like,
Right? It's most of your week. It's like 40, 50 hours a year.
yeah, yeah, with a bunch of dudes. Like, you go crazy. Like, you, yeah.
So is that why photography came into your life? You're like, I gotta see some naked chicks.
Oh,
Like ASAP.
I don't know. Like, it just, I feel like it just fell into my lap. And people tell me, like, you have an eye for photography. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, your pictures are very artsy. Like,
I don't know why people.
And anytime I see them, almost it's very, very artsy.
Mm-hmm.
It's partly because like I think because here in North America we're not used to seeing that anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's just it's so different, and then all of a sudden it's so authentic as
Mm-hmm.
well. And I think art expresses itself a little better when it's authentic.
Mm-hmm. Other people say that to me. I never understood when people say it's authentic or when it's raw or when it's organic. I'm just like, I literally just meet up people and I see what I see and I just push the button.
Yeah, and that's what it is, right? And also it's what you see,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's a big part of it being artsy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're coming from that mindset of being around artists and like caring about that whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
it'll come through in your work as well,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
Yeah,
I know.
it's pretty cool. So like they're just like Polaroids. So like
Yeah.
what do you do with the actual Polaroids after? Like, or do the people just keep them, or
I keep them.
you keep them?
Well, if they pay, they can have them.
Oh, really?
But if you don't pay, I'm keeping them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after a photo session,
mm-hmm.
photo session can take as long as possible. Like with my photo sessions, it's not business. It's not like I'm here, this is my idea, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of, hi, how are you? How was your day? Like it's like we're chilling.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I want to get to know you. Like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, let's just do this and leave. Like
yeah.
like all my photo sessions have been a chilling session. Like I want it to be an experience. I don't just want to be there and be like, let's take these photos and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to talk to you again. No, I want to do more work with you. I want you to be comfortable with me, that we could maybe brainstorm more ideas for the next session that we
Mm-hmm.
have. So yeah, it goes like that. And then after, when it's done, I scan them and I just put them away.
Wow.
Yeah. And if anybody ever needs them, I just go through the vault, I call it, and
Mhm.
just find them and yeah, just do that.
Wow. That's a really cool thought process towards it. I kind of want to think of my sessions like that. Like that's that's a really good way to go about it. That's why I wish I had like more stuff and more to do here.
Yeah.
Like I would do that, but it's not as much going on. But that's a really good.
It's really hard to coordinate with people though. Like it's hard to be able to be like, okay, do you have like, let's say 3 hours, 4 hours to like just sit down and just
Right.
like get to know each other.
Yeah.
Because people are busy.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I usually tell people 30 minutes, and then it just goes longer than 30 minutes.
yeah.
As long as they're comfortable with it. If they're like, yo, 28 minutes, we got to go, then I'll be like, cool. No
No,
problem.
I'm very comfortable with talking, man. I can talk about whatever you want, man.
Well, yeah, that's why.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I say that you should be on camera more. You should do that.
A lot of people have been telling me that.
Yeah, explore
it's,
that, man.
It's I don't know. It's just
Explore all the possibilities.
yeah. It's
that
just
you
hard.
have.
It's just hard to find opportunities like that. I guess you should make your own opportunities, but like
That's why I extend the equipment to you and say
Mhm.
like if you want to.
no,
like,
for
film
sure, we're
stuff,
definitely gonna do that.
like, why not?
I definitely just have to think about how to go about it, but we're definitely gonna work together.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, because that would be really cool, especially to see that process. I wanted to, like, today I was supposed to go, like I was telling you, and see a music video being filmed, but there's just too much going on right now. But yeah, I want to get into that more, like actually filming the person's process and like.
Oh, so you want to do behind the scenes?
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
behind the scenes thing,
Okay.
because that would be really cool to see. Like,
Okay.
even though I have 2 cameras
Yeah.
and like I know that whole thing, I can't picture what your process looks like, because when I think of the pictures, I think of it, I guess, from a digital standpoint, and I'm like, how did you do that? But like, you just did it. Like,
It's
you didn't do anything
hard.
on the computer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
I didn't
did
do
it.
anything on the computer. Yeah. I don't know. It's a hard process to like do some of the stuff I do, because I don't know. I had a couple of people tell me like they want to watch me create. I'm like, it's really boring. Like I'm literally just going through like my brain and just thinking about stuff and just telling the person to do this, and then it just comes out. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like my process is just weird. It's literally just me racking through my brain and just figuring stuff out.
Yeah.
It's like, you know those memes where they have like numbers all over the person's face? Yeah, that's literally like my brain, like when I'm going through like my process of like photography.
Yeah. I get that. When I'm like doing like a shoot with a client, like I really just kind of I'm very quiet. Yeah. Like after a while, I'm just kind of like directing them. Just do this,
yeah, like really isn't much to say.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd make it interesting.
Okay.
You put a little music on that.
That's true.
Little cross dissolves and stuff like that. A little editing.
That's true.
Make it nice. But so let's get into mushrooms.
Okay. Yes.
Because I know that you know about mushrooms.
Yes, please.
And I love to talk about mushrooms.
Okay, let's go.
So
I'm down. Let's go do something right now.
What have you eaten today?
Nothing.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna go quick. Can't wait.
That's pretty cool. So with mushrooms, your last experience, what was it like? Because you say you don't do that much when you do it.
No, so. I only take 1 gram because people tell me like that's the minimum dose you should take.
Yeah.
So I was at a friend's house. I got to my friend's house. He was partying. I didn't have any weed or anything like that, so I took mushrooms, and then he started to feel all weird, and he wanted everyone to leave. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I wanted to do mushrooms and be like in a safe place.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, fuck, okay, whatever. So I took the mushrooms, and probably like 20 minutes in, I'm downtown, I'm walking, I have like the hugest smile on my face. I'm like, oh, it's definitely kicking in. Like, I don't know, I like mushrooms. I just like the vibe it has. I like the just how you feel, like just the waves it gives you. Like with the mushrooms I had, it was a happy wave. Then it was a very like kind of not trippy, but like if there was anything weird, like in the setting, it would like set me off in like different ways.
Okay. And
then I had third wave was a very like retrospective wave where like into myself and like just trying to figure things out. And then the fourth wave was I'm really hungry. So yeah, I like mushrooms because it's not, I don't get super psychedelic because that's only 1 gram. So I'm pretty sure if I did more than 1 gram, I'd probably be like all tripping out and seeing like rabbits and stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like I would do more of it just because I enjoy the wave of being able to like just understand yourself more.
Yeah, the introspectiveness of it all is what really attracts me to it. Because you can get deep in your head. You can go really deep, and you can fix things. Yeah, I was actually on the subway, like thinking about stuff. Like I was going crazy in my brain. Like I was like, I was thinking about like why people like think I'm inspirational, why people like enjoy my look. Like I should just like, I don't know. I was just going off. Like, what is my purpose on life? Like, I was just going off. It was fun. Man, I had years of that whole "what is my purpose?"
Yeah.
And man, it's fun.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's fun. I think it's the funnest mission you can go on in life is finding your purpose.
I feel like I found what my purpose is.
Through photography?
No.
What is that then?
It's to help other people.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like that's it. I've been helping people so much in my life. Like when I was on mushrooms, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely it. That's definitely your thing.
Really?
Yeah.
True.
Like I don't know. I just enjoy being able to help people succeed. True. Like I don't even need credit to be like if I help someone to be a millionaire, I don't need that credit. Yeah. I just know that I helped them. Yeah, I'm very weird like that.
That's amazing, man. That's not weird. Well, it is weird because of the condition that's grown as people.
Yes.
But that's like how everybody should be.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah. So like that's the thing. They always say like the thing that you do for free is like the thing you should like pursue. So like that's it for you, like helping people.
I've never heard that before.
Right? Like, I mean, if you do it for free, like for nothing. Like if right now I was like, hey man, here's $10 million. You don't have to work anymore.
Okay.
But you got to do one thing.
Okay.
Like what would it be?
For $10 million?
Well, it's not even for time. It's just so you can live, so you don't have to worry about money.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to worry about money. You don't have to think about it. Everything's set. And then like, what would you do?
Help people.
Right.
Or photography. Help people or photography. One of those things.
Yeah, we probably just do both.
Yeah, do both. Yeah.
Right. So.
Interesting. I never heard that before.
That's pretty cool. Helping people, eh?
Yeah.
Just like in all aspects.
Yeah, all aspects. Like if you ever need advice or like if you need someone to talk to, yeah, I'll help you. Like,
true. If
you need connections with something, yeah, give me a shout. Like, I'm one of those people who I have resources, and I'm not gonna just keep it to myself. Like, if you need, like, I don't know, whatever you need. Like, you need, I don't know, like, what's something that somebody needs? I don't know. You need food.
Yeah.
I know someone in the food industry.
True.
Just, you know, just stuff like that.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I try to do that too, because like whenever people like see all the equipment and stuff, they're like, wow, like, all this equipment. And I guess like it's hard to come by. It's hard to like spend this much money like all at once.
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
So it's like a lot of people. That's why I try to like offer it to certain people. I'll be like, you know, you can just use it. I try to do like free work for projects that like make sense to do free work with,
for sure. For sure.
And yeah, it's really good because I got helped to like get like a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was a big helping hand to do all this. So it's partly like that picture.
Okay.
That's why I got that picture behind me.
Okay. Nice.
Big Bitcoin.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, is that Bitcoin?
Yeah,
for sure.
It is.
Nice.
It's the most beautiful Bitcoin in the world.
It is.
It's really nice. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So the whole introspectiveness, that was like your last trip?
Yeah.
That was like the last time you did it? You said that that was like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's really good.
2-3 weeks ago, yeah.
Man, it's really good to do that.
Yeah.
And on the level you're doing it too, because like it's like
very
more
low.
Yeah, it's very low. And like I always find like when I microdose, like it's helped me, I guess you could say, like evolve emotionally. Okay. Like open up emotionally and stuff like that. Like very, very, like a lot, especially like in the past like 6 months. It's been like really good because I have a girlfriend, right? So I haven't done mushrooms and been like around a female before. Okay. Like at all. How come? But it's just never happened. Like usually, because when I do mushrooms, I'm usually doing a very high dose. Oh, okay. I'm usually doing like 5 to 7 grams. Okay. And you gotta really trust the person that you do that with. Yeah. So I get it. I usually do that just like I have like my boy that I do that with, and like I would do it with other people too, but like few people want to do that as well. Yeah. No, I get it. So yeah, that it's just never come up. But like when I'm around her now, it's like your heart opens up. It's like really weird. I'll find myself like I'll think about something, I'll like tear up, and I'll be like, man, I'll be like, what's wrong with me right now? What's going on with me? But it's like that's how you should be, right? Like the things you love should make you feel things. Should give you feels, right?
I've never done mushrooms with a female. I'm trying to think about that.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I haven't done mushrooms on a female. Man. Female. Well, like, I don't have like the opportunity to get mushrooms all the time, so it's like
that's true too. So they are rare, but it's really good. So would you ever do a higher dose? Yeah, you should.
I'd probably really be scared because just thinking about like tripping out, or I don't know. I'm just worried where my mind would take me.
Oh yeah, it goes.
Yeah, like I'm just worried about that. Like I'm not worried about like the outside world. I'm worried about just what my mind would do.
Internal dialogue.
Yeah, like
that would come up.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, just one time. Like
the internal dialogue is crazy. Yeah, it's not that it's crazy. What it is I think her name is Saint Sabina. She was like the first woman. I think she's from Mexico. She was like the one that introduced it like to the West as like medicine. Okay. And I forgot what I was saying. It's happening.
She introduced the
yeah, she was the first to introduce it as medicine, and I think it's just really important to take it that way. Okay. Like I don't do it recreationally.
Oh, so you it's like
it's always meditative. It's always like a spiritual experience for me.
Yeah, I don't try to do it as like a social thing. Like, okay, let's just do mushrooms for the fuck of it. I want to do it as like a spiritual type of thing.
Yeah, and I mentioned her because she talks about how it speaks to you.
Okay.
Like it's an actual entity.
Oh.
And you're not supposed to disrespect it.
Oh, that's
and if
true.
you do, then that's why you get things like bad trips. Like people bugging out and going nuts. It's because they like disrespected. I don't know if you ever heard of Terrence McKenna.
Yeah, I've heard
but like in one of his lectures, he's talking about like doing mushrooms, and like he said he did like 5 grams, and he was like he didn't feel it. Okay. And he was like, yeah, fuck this. He's like, I'm gonna take more. I think he took like another 4 grams, and he's like, and I disrespected the plant. He's like, and when I did that, he's like, it's like she got up, it's like she straddled me and said, "You ready, big boy?" And then and just took his mind on like a wild ride.
Oh, I see.
And it was like more uncomfortable for him.
Okay.
And he felt like that happened because like he disrespected it. And she actually talks about that too. She said she would say is that they lash out. Like if you do them like disrespectfully without reverence, they'll like lash out at you.
Okay.
Because they're actual entities that are like trying to communicate with you.
Okay.
It's weird.
That is weird, but that's good to know though.
Yeah, it's odd. It's a very odd thing when you talk about it. Like saying it out loud right now.
Yeah.
I'm like
no, but it makes sense. Like for like when people get bad trips and like good trips, like that makes sense. Like
right.
Huh. I never thought of it that way.
And this guy, cool. Yeah, and this guy, Frank Crick.
I've never heard of him.
I think he's a guy that discovered DNA. My buddy Mike was just telling me about him.
Okay.
I looked into him a little bit, and he like talks about like when people like have hallucinations, they're like communicating with like a past civilization kind of thing, in like another realm kind of thing.
Okay.
It's weird, but like
that is weird.
That's what he says hallucinations are when you're on psychedelics.
Huh.
That's what Joe Rogan says too. He thinks when he's on DMT that he's like communicating with like another world.
I want to do DMT.
So do I.
After like watching, like I watched Joe Rogan too. After hearing his stuff, I was like,
man, it's
definitely like, something to try. Like just one time.
Yeah, his tattoos on his arms are actually the depiction of what he saw.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look at them, they're like wild. Oh, it's just wild craziness.
I should definitely like Google some images of his tattoos. Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very weird.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to try DMT. Really. When I was in Vegas, the stripper said she could get it.
Fuck off.
But we were a little like
DMT.
Iffy. Yeah, exactly, right? I was like, nah, I can't.
No, definitely not.
Not from a stripper.
Not from a stripper.
They're not to say that they're not trustworthy or anything like that.
No.
It's just like we were far from home.
Yeah,
that's all I
yes.
say.
A random person. Yeah.
You
can't trust that.
We actually did mushrooms out there though.
How was it?
It was crazy because I think I'm not sure, but like we left Vegas to go to LA, and I think we went through Death Valley.
Okay.
And Death Valley is just like a straight stretch of road and like very sunny. And me and my buddy were in the back, and I was like really holding on because it was like hard for me. I felt like I was gonna be sick.
Okay.
We were driving. It was very weird. I was tattooed. Like had fresh tattoos.
Okay.
I was all like jostled.
Mm-hmm.
And then my buddy's like, "Hey, look up, look." And then like I look in the clouds. I don't know what the clouds are doing. I don't even know if they were really doing it. But it looked like God was like, looked like God was like doing shit like
Get
this.
out of
He
here.
was like, yo, what's going on? The clouds were going crazy.
That's cool.
And then we just stared at clouds for like 2 hours. He saved me. He pulled me out of that trip.
That's good.
There's no real bad trips, but there's always difficult ones.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially if you go like too deep. I went too deep. Last time I went too deep.
When was this?
I was watching A Clockwork Orange.
Oh, that's a weird movie to watch.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't watch it. I love Stanley Kubrick, and I love watching movies.
So
I keep watch. I kind of do what you were talking about. I watch them over and over again, and I'll watch them differently, like sound off, or like from beginning to, or like from end to beginning.
Yeah,
like just different, just to learn his like editing style.
Yeah,
and, like everything like that.
I enjoy his work.
Yeah,
It's got different like weird angles, colors.
Exactly.
Like I don't know, I just love his stuff.
And everything means something.
Yeah,
more than just like with his movie like Eyes Wide Shut. Like
I like that movie.
Yeah, like people always talk about like all the Christmas lights and how when you see the red ones, it represents like temptation, And when you see the blue ones, it's supposed to represent him coming home and being like being how he's supposed to be with his wife and kids.
I like how people like look deep into movies.
Yeah,
and they like symbolize and stuff.
Yeah, and then they say that the Christmas tree, like all the lights, when you see all the lights, it represents all the possibilities. And if you watch it, every time you see him tussling with like being a good husband and like going to like that sex club or whatever, like you see a lot of Christmas lights. And then now
I gotta watch the movie.
Yeah, and then when you see like when there's parts where he's like at home and he feels like himself, it's very dark and blue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay. And then when like he's out and like doing shit, like you see a lot of red lights. Yeah, it's very, very weird, man.
I like that stuff.
Right? Like
it's so cool.
Like he did that in his head. He was like,
yeah,
that's what we have to do.
Exactly.
You know? I try to do that with this. I'm going to try and do it more and more with the vlog as it goes on. I like Stanley Kubrick, and I also like David Lynch.
I've probably seen stuff, but
he's super weird. He does. He has a movie called Mulholland Drive.
Heard of it?
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen it yet.
And then he has another movie called Eraserhead.
Heard of it?
Yeah, Eraserhead's very weird.
Okay, I should see those movies.
Very weird. Yeah, if you like weird shots and weird angles,
I do.
And super weird. Just a super weird movie. Like you'll be watching it and like you just don't know. He kind of shoots movies like they're dreams. It's like the best representation of like a dream on screen that you could possibly see. Because like you're watching it, like you know how like when you're dreaming, you fully understand what's going on, and then like one thing changes, and you're like, and like, then all of a sudden you're confused in your dream. And yeah. But you're still in it. It's a lot like that when you make movies.
Interesting. Like okay, Eraserhead and Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying, I was watching Clockwork Orange, and it gets negative at a certain point. I'd never seen the movie, but I could tell he just killed somebody with a statue dick. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm like, this movie's getting, it's taking that turn.
It's getting dark,
and like I'm feeling it, so I'm like, I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah,
and I turned it off, and like it just. For some reason, the high just got deeper and deeper.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
And it got really, really introspective. And I was like, man, if someone finds me, I'm going to go to a mental hospital. And they're never going to let me out.
They're going to think I'm crazy.
But it was like the same thing where you talk about waves. And then all of a sudden there was a wave of like, you're fine. What's wrong with you, man? Like, just relax. And when they do find you, you're going to... It was so like crazy.
No, that movie's messed up. And like I've read the book and then I watched the movie. The book is even more messed up than the
yeah, I heard. I heard the book is like like it gets and it's weird because like anybody who's seen that movie, like when you say the book's worse, you're like, what? Yeah, how could it get worse?
Yeah, it can go. Yeah. The books are always like better than the movie, but
yeah, it's true. Even when Stanley Kubrick does it, books still stand the test of time. But yeah, that was the last time I went too deep. It was just, but it was good. It was good at the end. Like as I was doing it, like for some reason, as I was having all these waves, there was one wave where I kept thinking of a movie. Okay. Because like my like end game, I like want to direct movies and like music videos and stuff like that. And yeah, I started thinking of this weird movie, and I was seeing the scenes, and it was so odd. Okay. It was just so odd.
Was this just a movie in your head?
Yeah. Okay. No, it was like as if. I decided to write that script. Like the second I was like done the trip. Okay. And I remember I came out of that trip like as if like I had a new life.
Nice.
Yeah. I messaged my girlfriend. I was like, "You're my savior. I'm like, thank you so much for everything you've done." And then I called my buddy, and I was gonna say the same thing to him. I'm like, "Yo, man, it's been terrifying. It's been terrifying so far." He's like, "I'm at the grocery store. What are you all right?" He's like, "What's going on with you right now?" I'm like, "Yeah. Just all right. I love you, man."
Love you, man. Peace.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was so funny. But yeah, it's not. But really, it's not about what happens to you while you're on it. It's about what takes place afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
Because your brain kind of like settles. It settles anew. You could say.
Yeah. Well, like, when I did that, when I did it a couple weeks ago, I felt like right after I was done, like my mind was clear. Yeah. I felt really good. Like if people who don't do mushrooms, I recommend it at least one time. Like, just one time. Like even a small dose. Like
I always say that.
Like it's definitely opens up your brain.
Yeah, it definitely helps. Helps a lot of things. I think it's gonna be legal within 5 years.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a legal thing within 5 years. I don't know if they're gonna be selling it at Shoppers Drug Mart and you can just get some, go home. But I know like if you're like really bad and you need some kind of therapy, like it'll probably be there.
Yeah.
if not magic mushrooms, then like psilocybin, the actual active ingredient itself.
Yeah.
I think that'll be available in like 5 years.
Psychedelics were medicine back in the day. Like, you helped a lot of people,
right?
But now it's like illegal and stuff just because of the government. But
right, it's weird. But yeah, I think that's gonna happen because right now MDMA's they're in the works of getting MDMA as a prescription drug.
Interesting.
Right now, they're testing it on soldiers with PTSD, and it seems to help them a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, and I've seen it help a lot of people with that kind of stress. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're in their like 3rd trial, and I think this is like the last phase.
Okay.
The FDA has approved it a couple times.
Okay.
Like the trials and stuff.
Good,
so
then.
they're almost there. MAPS. I forget what MAPS stands for. It's the multiple something about psychedelics.
Okay.
Goddamn MAPS. They have the longest name.
Okay.
But anybody that knows will know MAPS. But
Okay.
it should be legal soon.
It should be.
Really soon.
Drugs should be just legal in general, man. Like,
well, they say the ones that have I forget what country it is, but like some places have like made them all like decriminalized, not like legal, but like decriminalized.
Okay.
And, like all their like drug use rates have like gone down dramatically.
yeah, of course, because it's legal now. Like, well, decriminalized. So yeah, makes sense.
Weird. What about LSD?
I haven't done it.
No,
I want to though.
It's
I want to try some acid just one time, just see where it takes me.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm kind of scared to do it.
Oh man, you shouldn't be. Don't be scared of anything.
Just a little bit.
Man, like that picture that I saw on your thing, death is promised, man. So,
oh, that shirt? Yeah.
So
yeah.
You might as
Death
well.
is a promise.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's true.
So you might as well try it. What's the worst? What's the worst thing that happens?
I could die.
You get that promise?
I could die. That's true. No, I should. If I ever find someone who has it, I'm definitely gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'll do it on my day off. Don't do it on the day I'm working.
Man, the first time I did it,
Do you do it a lot?
well, I haven't done it in a very long time. The last time I did it, I got very stuck, and I was like, I'm gonna leave it alone for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by like stuck?
I was trying to learn Adobe After Effects.
Okay. On
And
LSD.
I was on it and it was on, and then I decided to like try and like grapple with it.
Okay.
And then I was like looking at the screen, and I'm just like, oh. And it was very daunting at the time. At the time, I had a lot of problems learning all this stuff. Okay. I don't know why, but it was like very. I was just like there for hours. I was just staring, and then the screen like became a whale. All the elements of like the screen.
Oh no!
I was just like,
this is not working.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like I like psychedelics, but like if they're not responding well, you have to stop.
Okay.
Like don't do it. Right.
That's true. All right.
So, but like the first time I did it, I thought it was a shorter high.
Okay.
Right. And I got a job at Rogers, like out in Pickering.
Okay.
And so like the commute was like 2.5 hours, but like I needed a job and like I had no choice. So I just started doing it. And I woke up and I'm like, I'm gonna do the acid. I'm like up at like 6 a.m. and I don't have my shift doesn't start until like 2.
Okay.
I'm like, so I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I do it and like I get ready and everything and I leave for the day and it's like kicking in, but I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know, it'll be fine.
Okay.
But then all of a sudden I Google and like the high's actually like 12 hours.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, fuck.
That's not good.
So I get to work and I'm like peaking. Like,
oh shit.
Like, it's just like just off the charts. And it's my first time, so I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But it went fine.
Yeah.
Nobody could tell. Everybody just thought I was like this great guy, which I am. I mean,
you are. Yeah, of course.
Right. So it was just really wild that it lasted for so long. Like it didn't stop until like I was done work, waiting for the bus to go back.
Oh shit.
And and then I did it the next day.
Okay.
because it went fine and it was a beautiful experience for some reason. That summer, that time I had that job. First of all, I got promoted.
Oh, awesome.
From LSD use. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Awesome.
Got promoted within like a month and a half.
Nice. That's awesome.
Right. So what was I saying?
You did it the next day.
Yeah. So I did it for like days and weeks afterwards.
Okay.
Like just like because funny enough, like somebody just gave me a lot. Like they just gave me a bunch of it.
Okay.
Like and just, it was weird. It was very, very weird, but they just gave me a whole lot. And I was like, okay. So I just was doing it daily.
Okay.
Which you shouldn't do if somebody's listening. Don't do it daily. I just like, I was like bored at work. And I was like, fuck these jobs. I hate this stuff. I hadn't found my purpose yet. I was like just dwelling on shit. So I kept doing it every day. And I would like always take this trip to Pickering. And on the way there, I would like listen to Steve Jobs. And I'd be practicing coding on like, a little laptop I had. Because I was like trying to code back then. And it was amazing just listening to Steve Jobs talk about life and like being able to change life. And when you poke life, something happens at the other end, and all this inspirational stuff he was talking about. It was like great. I was like, wow. I was listening to stuff that he made just at the time, like he got let go from Apple, and he was like, doing some LSD and stuff. So I was like, awesome. I was connecting with him on that. And then like on the way to work, there was like a stream, and like I would look at the stream and I'd like meditate there for like 10 minutes, like go so early.
Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, I was full vegan. Like I was loving life, man. Okay. It's so good. It was such a good experience.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
You really make it sound interesting for me to try it. Like it sounds like it's gonna be fun if I do it.
Yeah.
Or when I do it.
Yeah, as long as you do it in the proper setting.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's really true.
That's all it is. I mean, I guess I'm good around people that I haven't met because like I didn't know anybody like at work.
Yeah, true.
But you know what? I saw this girl, Tessa, or Tess, and she had like blue dreadlocks.
Okay.
And it's like her hands were tatted and shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit next to that person. Okay. Because even if she figures it out, she'll be cool.
Yeah.
And she did, and she was cool. I'm fucked right now. She's like, yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about it. She's like, need some help with what we're doing? Because we're like going through training.
Awesome.
She's like, just chill. You need some water? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, that's good. That's good that you had somebody there.
Yeah, she was really cool. Yeah, but yeah, you should.
Awesome.
You should.
I'm going to, for sure. You definitely solidified it for me to like give it a try.
Yeah, man. And then look at yourself in the mirror. I don't know what would happen if you did.
I know.
Because I know when I'm on mushrooms, I look in the mirror. It's very weird. I'll be like this age, and then all of a sudden, like, I'll turn like 80. Like it'll look like my face gets real old. And then like go back. And then,
you do higher dosage, though. Yeah,
and then like the veins will be like swimming and stuff. It's very, it's wild. They say you're not supposed to look at yourself in the mirror.
But how come? Just because of that reason?
Yeah, you trip out. Like, you see yourself, and like people get disconnected, and they're like, "Oh, it's not me. I changed."
Okay. No, that's weird.
But fuck that. Do it. Just look in there. You'll be fine.
Actually, when I was on mushrooms, like what I was talking about, I was at my friend's house. We're smoking weed in his bathroom. He's like, look in the mirror and look at yourself. I'm like, I can't look at myself right now. I'm just staring into my eyes. And I'm like,
right.
Holy fuck, this is fucked up. I'm like, I can't believe I look like this. I started like talking to the mirror. I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. And then I look somewhere else. Oh no.
Oh, okay, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
But yeah, it's really something to do.
Okay.
Man, it's good. It's good that you've done that. I'm glad. I didn't know that about you. I couldn't tell. Because I don't judge people.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
So I'm like, you know what I mean? So I was like, I can't tell if this guy's like, is he gonna be like gangster when I meet him, or is he gonna be like a nice guy? Like
very nice.
Yeah,
very nice person.
Yeah, I couldn't tell because with the Tatted Munky thing, it was like a monk. Like, it's not written like monkey.
Yeah, like a monkey. Yeah,
it's written like a monk.
Yeah.
So I was like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, some people don't pick that up.
I think I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure, but like my brother's wife, she's Hakka Chinese. Okay. And she calls her son the little monkey. Huh. And I don't know if she's doing it like that or what, but like it could be like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's half Asian,
True. That's cool.
It's funny. But so what do you want to do in the future with this whole photography thing, the exposure thing? Like where do you see Tatted Munky photography going?
Oh man, definitely paid gigs.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh, that's a good question. I definitely want to travel, and I want to do more like my style of photography. Like it's hard to find people are willing to like get super creative. Like a lot of people when they hit me up, they like my style because, like how you're saying, it's authentic and raw. Yeah. Like I don't mind doing that style, which is go to a random place, like find like something cool, and like pose, like you know, it's like the basic like portrait type of stuff. I find that I've done it for so long that I don't find it creative anymore. It's pretty much I could do that anywhere. I could take you out, find a cool place, take a picture, and it'll look sick. I don't want to do that anymore. Like I want to do like super creative stuff. Like I went to Hamilton yesterday, and she had mirrors, and she wanted to. I'll show you the pictures later. Okay, I have it on my phone. Cool. And she's like, yeah, let's do something with the mirrors. So I'm like, okay, I've never done this before. I've always wanted to like see what it would look like on instant film. So we literally took maybe 2 hours of just fucking around with the mirrors and the lighting and of her posing and stuff like that, trying to get like shots of her in the mirror and then her like booty or like whatever, a certain part of her body into the other sides of the mirror. Like I want to do more stuff like that, like more creative stuff, not this like go to like not the boring portrait stuff that I've been talking about. Like I want to do like my style for like in the future. Like I want to do more creative stuff. I just don't want to do this. It's just something like with me, I just started taking pictures, and then I started to find out things that I wanted to do and I liked and I enjoyed. Like I don't know how to explain my style. Like the stuff that I want to do is kind of artsy, but kind of like slutty at the same time.
I get that.
Like I don't want to say slutty, so I say
raunchy. Maybe.
I say raunchy or smutty.
Okay.
But I mean artsy and slutty.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It kind of like it's like borderline kind of porn.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like it's hard to.
It has like a porn atmosphere.
Like it does. It has a porn atmosphere, but it's not. Yeah. Like you look at it, you'd either get turned on or like it'd either be like, oh okay, like you're kind of just like. I kind of want like a weird type of vibe. Like, like it's sexy, but you're kind of like, should I get turned on or should I not get turned on? Because it's kind of artsy.
Exactly. Like, am I reading this wrong?
Yeah. Like,
because sometimes I look at your pictures and I'm like, yo, this guy got it in with this one for sure. No way he did.
A lot of people think that.
I'm like, she's in the washroom, booty's out. I'm like, come on.
A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. Like, I'm very professional. Like, my number one rule is do not fuck the models.
True.
Do not do that. That's my tip for every photographer. Do not fuck the models.
True.
If they're tempting you, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's just bad. Like, let's say something bad happens if you do have sex with that person. They can say some bad shit about you.
That's true.
And like, no one's gonna believe the photographer. They're gonna believe that model because you know the whole.
That's how it happens.
It's a woman, right? Like they're gonna believe the woman. They're not gonna believe you. You're a dude. Especially me. I'm a tattooed dude. They're gonna. If something goes like wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna look really bad. So it's like that's my number one rule.
True.
Do not fuck the models.
That's really good. That's really good.
I'm very professional, dude. You don't even like some like the sessions like I've been with models like like the poses they do, super sexy, like super sexy.
Yeah.
Like craziness and like you gotta keep professional.
Yeah, true. So then, with making your own style, how do you like make it? It is kicking in. It is.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, because with your own style, how do you like? I asked you like, how do you know? How do you separate? But like, how do you stay true to that style? Like when it comes to the portraits, they're the money makers, but it's so far away from your style. It's kind of like when your buddy says he doesn't want to do the tattoo hands, so he turns it away. Yeah. How do you go through that? Because I know you want to make it a full-time thing, but you don't want to do the portrait like the money maker stuff. So then,
well, at the end of the day, photography is a business, and it's also a love. So I have to separate a lot of things when it comes to photography, because I do a lot of like mainstream stuff. When I mean by mainstream, I mean like viewer friendly, like non-sexual, like very just plain, like I do that type of stuff. Okay. And then there's the portrait stuff that everybody likes. They like that style. Okay. And then there's my stuff that I want to do. With my style, you literally have to find the people that want to work with you and want to create with you, like for your style. Yeah. And it's a rare that you can find people like willing to sit down with you, take like a full day with you and just create and they understand you. So yeah, I don't know. You literally just have to separate everything. Like
Okay, so you just put like a dividing line through it all. Yeah, I kind of do that too, because like I love stuff like this, but I also like I do work for like naturopaths like right now.
Exactly.
You know, and, like, ugh.
See, exactly. There's stuff that you don't like, that you don't want to do, but you just have to do it.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. I'm like, how can I get out of this? How can I stop doing that stuff?
No, man, you just got to do it sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's going pretty good though.
Oh, that's good.
But in terms of the kitchen and cooking, is that even like an actual passion, or is that just like you just got thrown into it?
It's hard to say. Like, I do enjoy cooking. Like, I love cooking because it's also another creative outlet, because it's food, right? Yeah. I like cooking for people, but I don't know. Like, I don't like the pressures of the kitchen. Like, you have to make food this fast. You got to do it like, you got to do it this certain way. Like, it's got to be like this all the time. Like, I don't mind cooking for people, but it's like when there's a lot of pressure to it, it doesn't become fun. Like, I don't mind cooking for people, but like when it's a business, it kind of loses it. Like, I wanted to go to school for culinary, but I'm just like, meh, what for?
True.
I have photography. I love photography. I can do that all day, but can I cook all day? No, definitely not. Especially doing that job and working 13, 14 hours every day. No, definitely not.
Yeah,
definitely
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's not a career path for me.
Yeah, it's hard psychologically and physically, I'm sure.
It is.
Be like, because it's not just like, I've worked jobs where I'm on my feet for like 12 hours a day, and like it's hard, but like it's not fast paced.
Yeah.
And like you guys are fast paced.
Yeah, cooking is fast paced, especially if you're like in a huge kitchen or like, like a very big name brand restaurant. Yeah, then it's hectic.
Man, wow.
Mine's definitely kicking in right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can feel it.
It's all right. So what else? So what do you actually do? Like, what do you do? Like, where are you actually from? Are you like born in Canada?
Born and raised in Toronto.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, true. How long, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. So am I.
Awesome.
I just turned 32 on the 11th, actually.
Of this month?
Yeah.
Shit, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man.
Should we go out for a drink or something?
I don't drink alcohol. Actually.
Oh, okay.
I haven't drank alcohol in like,
good for you, man.
Man, like almost 10 years. Actually, you know what? My dad passed away.
Oh, okay.
And he had a bottle of tequila that he like always used for celebrations. And my brother was like, "You guys have to drink." I have like two sisters. They're like, "What? Like, we drove here." He's like, "All right, everybody's taking a shot." Everybody's taking a shot. Man, I took that shot. I was drunk.
Yeah, for sure. You don't drink.
Like, I was drunk.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Did you like it?
Nuts. Yeah, just one shot in terms of like what we were doing. I loved it, right?
Okay,
but
that's good.
But like, man, it was a hard way home.
Definitely.
I didn't have to drive. I was on the bus, but like,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Especially for someone who doesn't drink.
Yeah, it was like I was smashed.
That's awesome. I wish I was smashed with one shot. That'd be awesome.
I've always been, even like when I did drink, I've always been like that.
Oh, okay.
Like I have 2 beers, I'm smashed.
Oh, okay.
Like that's it. It's just done.
Well, damn, dude. We'll definitely do something celebratory.
I think we did.
I think we are right now.
Right?
Awesome, man. That's great.
I love to celebrate like this. I've been meaning to do a hero dose very soon.
Should.
Yeah.
You've been talking about it?
Yeah, I've been talking about it, and also it's just like when you do high doses, something called ego death sets in.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Ego death. It's like your ego just dissolves away.
Good.
Like it goes away, and like you see that there's no need for it, and like it's a very deep experience when it happens.
Huh.
And,
awesome.
But I find like the way this world is, like we're so geared towards like narcissistic things that like it always comes back.
Yeah, it does.
Like
it does.
Little demon. So I gotta,
little monsters.
Yeah, I gotta fight it again.
Yeah.
So I wanna do that. Get rid of it again.
That's why I try to stay as humble as possible. When people tell me things, when people tell me things, they're like, "You don't know how to take a compliment well." It's not like I don't know how to take a compliment well. It's just I don't want it to get to me.
True. True. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. Usually the people who are the best at what they do are usually like that.
They're like what? Very humble?
Very humble.
Oh, okay.
And hard to take a compliment.
Yeah.
You know, because like they just don't want it. Like I was watching Joe Rogan like interview like Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
And like that guy, he works so hard, and like he just sees himself like this like peasant.
Yeah, he's very he's very humble
like,
too. Yeah. I've probably seen bits of that interview.
Yeah, and he's a very interesting guy, and he's just like super humble. And Joe's like that too. He's super humble.
He's super humble. Yeah,
like, he constantly calls himself. He's like, I'm just a chimp.
Yeah, he's
Thumbs.
like people are always like, yeah, he doesn't realize how much power he has over people. It's
and
like,
I noticed, because I study interviewers, right? And I noticed Howard Stern's like that too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, man. Like that. He's like an icon, like a real icon.
I know that.
And he thinks of himself like a nobody.
That's good though.
It's so weird.
That's good though.
Yeah, it's very odd. But yeah, I guess it drives you more.
It does.
Do you say it makes your baseline a little higher when it comes to getting a big head? Like a lot more would have to happen to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Howard Stern got $500 million, and he's still like, I'm okay. He's like, I'm all right, I guess.
That's crazy.
So, do you ever study interviewers when it came to this whole thing, or did you just?
I did. I've watched a lot of interviews. I watched a lot of Nardwuar interviews.
Yeah.
I enjoy. He's actually probably an influencer, because when I watch his interviews, I know his style is very like in your face and kind of fast paced, but it's just the work that he does. Like some of this, like I watched a TED Talk, and one of the things that he said that really stuck with me is just ask. And when he said that, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely like a good point to say, because that's how I started. Yeah, I just asked people. Yeah. The worst thing that they can say is no, but it's not like you lost or gain anything. Yeah. I'm gonna be so fucked up at work. I'm like, I don't know how to cook anything.
There's no point in cooking, guys.
This doesn't mean anything.
This is all an illusion. You don't need to cook. You can live off the land.
Pretty much.
Man. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just unprofessional. That's all. So who else did you study other than those three? It's funny because those are like some of the ones I studied too.
Mostly just Nardwuar. I really enjoyed his stuff. I think he's a brilliant person.
Yeah, I saw that same TED Talk that you're talking about. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was really cool. Especially to hear, I've always wanted to hear him talk like away normal. From the interview. Yeah, so that was really, really cool. Yeah, he does a lot of hard work.
Yeah, like the stories you were saying.
Yeah, the stories, and I think he talked about the interview he got with Jay-Z. Yeah, like how he got it, and he just had to rush over to the place. And Jay-Z was just kind of like, okay,
what the fuck's going on? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think he gave Snoop Dogg like some crazy album that he hadn't seen in
decades. or he took it. I think Snoop Dogg took it.
He's like, I need this. He's like, yeah, definitely. He's like, it's for you.
Yeah, that's also something I also wanted to do as well. Like, just give something to the interviewer, not the interviewer, the person that I'm interviewing. Yeah, like thank you for, just a thank
sitting
you.
Down.
Yeah, like just being able to talk to me.
Yeah.
But I've never had the opportunity to, and plus I'm broke. Like,
yeah, right. It's hard.
It can't be giving out free stuff to everybody. It's really hard to do that.
Yeah, that would have been 50 free things. It would have been tough. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Anderson. Well, I studied Anderson Cooper. Yeah, I studied him a lot because the way he started was kind of like this. Okay. Like not like podcast or anything. Yeah. But like when he wanted to get noticed, he just straight up went to war-torn countries on his own accord, just his own dollar, and started filming.
That's crazy.
And impersonated press, which is fucking dangerous. Can't just do that.
Yeah.
Because then if you get murdered, like you're not actually press, and nobody will actually.
Yeah, no one's gonna.
Yeah, so it'd be horrible. So yeah, that's what he was doing.
That's crazy.
And he's just going over there, and apparently, like it happened, like his brother committed suicide or something, or died, and like he was just like depressed, and he was just like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Damn, it's weird to like think that from like him now, but like that's how
he started.
Yeah, he just kind of. He's like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
That's
Brother's
crazy.
Dead. He's like, I'm just gonna go out there and get noticed. And then he would just like send the stuff to like NBC and CBC and just be like, whoever wants it.
That's crazy. It's weird, like the type of things that can happen to your life that motivates you.
Yeah, right.
Like a death, like as his brother committed suicide, and that just motivated him to do like whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah,
like,
he just pushed.
Really weird.
Yeah, it's very odd. Cripples some people and then like pushes other people. It's weird.
Definitely.
It's weird how we decide those things that cripple and push.
Yeah, definitely. cool though.
Yeah, he's a cool one. Howard Stern's an amazing interviewer. I studied him thoroughly.
Okay.
He
should definitely check out more of his stuff.
Yeah, you should, because I was just gonna say the way he interviews and the way you take pictures are very, very similar.
Okay.
Very similar, because
Definitely
he always tries to keep it very authentic.
Yeah.
He really cares about the person that he's interviewing.
That's good.
You know, and like he does it a lot different than most people.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's very different. Like he does things differently. He'll be like, you know, like he'll be like, I got a small cock, you know, and it's really small. How big's yours? And the person will be like, the fuck? I'm not telling you that. Okay, let's move away from that. How much money are you worth? They'll be like, he takes it down here, and then they're like, wait a second.
One extreme to another.
Yeah, right. Oh. And it's just really cool, like, and also I say similar to your style of photography, because if you look at a studio, it's like, it would be very complimenting, I think, to instant photography.
You know, I don't work in a studio.
No,
I don't own a studio. I've never worked in a studio. All my shots I've done in random places in Toronto.
Really?
Yeah. So
even when you're like inside a place, like
it's a random spot that it could be a restaurant, it could be, I don't know, a clothing store.
Really?
It's just a random spot, yeah.
How could you get a clothing store? Like, how do you
just ask?
True.
You just ask.
Yeah, right.
There's
really?
one place that I went to, was Cops Records, and me and the model Ashley, I'll name drop. The cashier person, I don't know if she's the owner, but she's like probably one of the bosses. She's like, yeah, a lot of people take photos here and they never ask, and we kick them out. You're the first person who asked. You can do whatever you want.
Wow.
So just ask.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was really nice to hear that. Like,
that's so
okay,
weird.
I literally just asked, and we can do whatever we want here.
Yeah.
So we literally just like took the records out of the records and out of the case and just did whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. Just ask.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I guess that really helped. So you just get into random spots. So you kind of do it like I do it, because like when I do these interviews, I don't usually have a spot. Like I think like doing stuff like this may gravitate people more. Like the people that you suggested to me, they might be like, yo, I wanna do it like the way Alex
yeah
did, you know?
Yeah, it's more of like my style or your style.
No, like this.
Oh,
this
like
setup.
the home setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are more comfortable with this.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like when you bring it up at first, they're a little sketched out, because like they don't know you, and
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Come to my place.
Yeah.
Where I lock the door behind you.
And then I talk to you for a couple of hours.
Yeah, right. So like, it's a little harder, but
no, I get it.
Other than that, like the last interview I did it in the studio, but it's only because the guy just had access to it.
Okay.
He was just like, I got it. He's like, let's go.
Awesome.
And he just sat there, and like, but the last guy, he was in Ajax.
Okay.
And like there was just nothing. Like we were in front of a bookstore, and I'm like, they're not gonna let us do it in there.
No, definitely not.
Like in the chapters, right? So I'm like,
definitely not.
He's like, there's a beach. I'm like, Ajax has a beach?
Ajax has a beach?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, follow me.
Oh,
follow
they
me.
do.
Yeah, and then I realized they're like
it's like
up against Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. That tripped me out. When I went there and saw water, I was like, wow,
what the hell? Ajax?
Yeah, exactly. So we just posted up right by there.
Okay.
And then we sat in his car, and I set up one camera outside of his car. He put his window down, got that angle.
That's cool.
And just put the other one like on
in
his
the car
center console.
Okay.
And just set up like that.
That's pretty cool.
It was like, done deal. Like, let's do it.
That's cool.
It's just like, it's whatever has to be done. I'd rather do this, but like if people don't have the time, I know it's hard. You know? If people have jobs and stuff, so.
I would like to do interviews like that, like less studio. Well, I don't have a studio, so I'm so used to like not being in the studio that being in different places is more like inspiring to me, I guess.
Yeah, and also I like to be in their element. Like, yeah, I feel like that'll make them like more comfortable. Yeah. So I try to do that, but it's a little hard. Like I was supposed to interview this videographer while he was editing.
That's just weird.
Yeah, it would. I think it would have been good if we just stayed towards what he was doing. Yeah, like only towards what he was editing. Just focusing, that way he could still focus and like he could like say stuff and I could still learn from him. Like I wanted to do it like that, but like, you know, he was like, "That's just weird," and I was like, "Fuck, okay." I'm like, "We'll figure something out." Don't worry. Yeah, for sure. So it's hard. Like doing different stuff all the time is really good.
do you think that's good though for like what you're trying to portray for your interviews, that doing different styles would work?
That's the thing. As I do it, like after doing it and then doing it in the studio and having access to these mics and then now doing it like this, it's like I like this a lot more because I do just like the art of conversation and talking and everything.
Yeah, I think this would be a lot
Yeah.
better than you going out to other places. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to like.
No, obviously.
I'm just giving you how I feel about your interview, like your interview style. I would think this would be a lot better. Yeah. Just because it's more comfortable. You're in a safe spot. There's no elements to like fuck around with like the sounds and stuff like that. And you could definitely talk longer. Yeah. In a home setting than when you're out, because you only have so much batteries and stuff like that.
That's a big thing. I usually just go until they're all dead and gone.
Exactly.
Like that's I just keep going until like it's all finished.
I would suggest this more. Yeah. Than
that's what I was thinking. Out. Yeah. In my last in the last episode that I put out, I was actually the last episode that I put out. The one before that, I was talking with this motion graphics designer here. Okay. And he had just done LSD for the first time, so he just had an awakening. Okay. The veil has been lifted. Okay, he sees the light, and he's like, yo, you need to take off this mask. He's like, people will love you more if you take off this mask. He's like, I've been watching your stuff. He's like, I've watched your vlog and I've watched everything. He's like, you should take off the mask.
You wear a mask for your vlog?
No, like he's just talking figuratively. Oh, figuratively. Like be yourself kind of thing. Okay. He's like, you wear a mask. You wear a mask? My bad. You're like, yeah, definitely take off the mask. What's wrong with you? Okay. No, it's a figurative mask. And like, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think he was right. So like I put this little block of me talking in the last episode I did just about how I'm going to like talk more and be myself more. Okay. And try and like the thing that came in my head was like, go to where I'm celebrated more than where I'm tolerated,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So that's why I'm having this conversation now instead of things being more contrived. And it's great because you're the perfect person to have because like your style is so not that way. Yeah. It's raw and it's like you're completely being yourself. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the perfect way to debut me being myself.
Yeah,
so
I'm good. Good. I'm happy. No, I'm really happy.
It's really good.
Good.
But yeah, I definitely will take that in. I try to take in all the feedback I get from all the creatives because I just want to be a better creative.
Yeah, of course.
It's like,
they're just trying to help.
Yeah, man. So like, yeah, I think I am gonna gravitate towards this a little more.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
it's better because you could, whatever. Well, I don't know. Maybe the person you're interviewing wants to do LSD. They can do it. They can do it right here. It's fun.
Man, yeah, it's true. I would keep them safe.
Exactly. And you'd be able to talk to them, and it'd be an interesting interview.
It would be. Especially LSD. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
I don't know. Well, that's my suggestion. Just try to do it more in the studio than out.
Yeah. Yeah, it might work. Because, like, yeah, when it comes to photography, I kind of like the whole being out more.
Yeah, you can be anywhere.
But, like, when it comes to this, I guess, yeah, it has to get more comfortable. Yeah. See what happens. I'm playing with all these different ideas. Like I said, I want to do 1,000 of these. Yeah. So it's like,
I don't think you're going to be able to get 1,000 people to come here all the time. So.
Yeah. That's a hard part. But I mean, it depends, right? It depends how well it goes here. Because somebody but just be like the last guy who was here. Yeah. I told him that I had this space, and then he like thought about his space, and then he thought about this one. He was like, "Fuck it, I'll just come." He's like, "Don't worry about it." Right. So we'll see.
So I have a question for you. So what inspired you to do the 1,000 interviews in 1,000 days? Like, did you see something, or were you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do 1,000 interviews?
I'm big on work and like improving myself.
No, yeah.
So I was just at a point like with all these naturopath stuff that I'm doing, like I love, like, since I've made the jump to full time, I love what I'm doing completely. And as I was like dealing with like this client, and like she's just fucking terrible. Okay. And she knows who she is. If she ever hears this, she knows exactly.
You know who you are.
But yeah, it was just terrible, and it was shitty, and the vibe. Like, for the first time, I didn't feel that way with what I was doing, and I was like, "Fuck, man, it's dwindling. It's not creative enough." So I was like, "I want to do these interviews, and it's really hard to get them." And I'm like, "I got to figure out a way." So like I kind of went back because like the way that I learned how to edit video was that I started a vlog.
Okay.
Because like I can't watch tutorials. I can't sit and watch and learn that way.
Okay.
So I had to make my own video and just be like, okay, this is what I want, and then learn how to do it.
Oh,
so I did that over 33 days.
Okay.
And by the time I was done, I knew how to edit video. Like I was good.
Oh, nice.
You know, so
Fast learner.
yeah, right. So I was like, I'm gonna try that with interviewing.
Okay.
I want to get good at it. I want to learn more, and I want to just be able to do this. You know what I mean? So I was like, the best way to do that, I guess, would be to just do something daily. Like I was thinking about doing it like once a week. And I remember I asked my buddy, and I'm like, what do you think about like how many times do you think I should like post? In my head, I was like, I'm like, I know I should do daily, but it's hard.
It is.
And like it was like making me like I was stepping back from it.
Okay.
So I'm like, what do you think? You know, and he's just like, it's like daily's the best.
It is,
isn't it? I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this daily. And then the number, I was like, I'd get to 100 so fast that I was like, I'm like, I might as well just go for 1,000.
Damn, man.
Because like 100, like I'll be able to get 100 like really easy. Like I mean, this month's booked up. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 cancellations or something like that. Next month, there's a couple dates booked. Like, you know what I mean? 100 would just happen in like 4 months, and I just wanted to give it like a little more time, you know. So I was like, let me try 1,000.
So what are you gonna do with these interviews?
I post them on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
On my channel. It's called Standardless Media.
Okay.
And my vision for this media outlet would to be exactly what you're saying with exposure, like that type of thing. Okay. Where focus more on art and culture and things like that, rather than like CNN type bullshit. Yeah. You know, just going deep. For me, going deep into the conversation and the conversation of arts in all aspects. Okay. You know. Okay. So like that's what I'd like that media outlet to become. So I'm just like, I'm pretty much just on my own. So so basically I'm just doing this, and this is pretty much the first project that Standardless Media will have under it. Okay. And then eventually, like, I want to do something like when I think of like someone like you that actually wants to interview people, like I would love to facilitate that kind of thing. Okay. Oh, the battery's dead.
Interesting.
Right? Like facilitate those type of things so people can actually do it. Like, because I'm not the only person that wants to do stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not the only person with a perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love doing this and I love creatives, but like when I hear you talk about it, I feel like you're better at it than I am. Oh, I'm just doing it.
I'm doing the exact same thing you're doing.
Like that's the only difference between like the last guy I was interviewing. He was like, this is impressive. He's like, you're like a one man, right? It's like the only difference is that I'm doing it. Yeah. Like he could do it too if he really wanted
to do it. Yeah, he can definitely do it.
Because he was an interviewer himself. Right? Yeah, and he kind of gave up on it. I was kind of sad to hear that.
That's not good. Why?
I don't know, man. Yeah. Killing it. Interviewed Meek Mills. Interviewed Charlemagne the God.
What the fuck?
Like big people. Like he has this like crazy way of hustling that he just gets through. Yeah. That's how I met him. I was actually at a conference and Charlemagne was there, and I was going to see Charlemagne speak. Charlemagne and Casey Neistat. Okay. And he was there. He had his microphone and everything, and I was like, that was one of the things that inspired me when I saw him and how he was doing it. I'm like, I can get these interviews. Like there is a way.
Because this guy's ways, man. Yeah. There's a lot of work to be put into it.
So he was doing that, and I'm like, man, I gotta talk to this guy. So I started talking to him, and I'm like, how do you do this? He's like, you gotta be here. He's like, you gotta be out. He's like, I'm everywhere. He's like, I'm everywhere all the time. He's like, you have to be. He's like, how else are you gonna do it?
Yeah, man. You gotta
true.
Gotta put in that work. You have to be out there. You have to. People have to see your face. People just have to know who you are.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden Charlemagne came up, and like he left with Charlemagne. I was like, wow, like, what a guy. Like sick.
And he's not doing it anymore, or he's not just doing it as often.
Exactly. He wants to like step back and kind of reassess and see like what he wants to do. But like, man, I don't know. I see a lot of potential in something like that. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. A lot of potential.
I wish I could meet like a big star. I think that's really what I need. It's like people keep telling me you just need that one big superstar and you'll be good. I'm like, I don't just want to meet one big superstar. I want to meet all the superstars.
Yeah, if you actually wanted to, I think a good way, because I always think of things like marketing and branding and stuff. I think a good way would be to find Grace Neutral. Grace.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you met
she's
with-
huge.
She's
She's big.
So you know her, like
Yeah,
you
from
know
what
about
she
her.
started from to now, yeah, she's huge.
Yeah, I think you guys have a lot of the same vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you met her, you guys would
I
connect.
definitely
And
wanna
I
meet her.
think she would be perfect for one of your photo shoots, just because of the way she looks. She's
Yeah.
so tatted, and they're so different.
Yeah,
and then her eyes.
Yeah, she definitely has the look too. Yeah.
And her modification is a lot like your tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
She has
So
modification.
yeah,
on her
right on
forehead.
her forehead. Yeah,
Wow.
and her ears too, and her
Yeah.
belly button.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, she was a huge inspiration to me interviewing the tattoo artist that like did this work for me when I was in the States. I was like, I'm gonna do it like Grace Neutral does.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a huge inspiration.
Oh, nice.
But I
That's
think
cool.
connecting with someone like that would help you a lot.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, definitely. I need like huge influencers.
Yeah. And going elsewhere. As much as like
Yeah.
I love the whole like I want to bring exposure to Toronto and everything like that, but like I don't know, I feel like if you like went to Europe, you'd start killing it.
There's a lot of people from different places that I want to go to. Like, I have a couple people from LA that I want to definitely hit me up, and they say whenever you're in LA, come and take pictures of me. Like, fuck, man, I wish I had the money.
My buddy
definitely
keeps
do
telling
it.
me that. He's like, come to LA, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come. He's like, you come here. He's like, live with me. Don't worry about it. I'm like, nah, come on. I think he's just fucking around, but like, he wants me to come out there so much, and there's a lot of things out there to do.
Yeah, there's bigger opportunities out there, but
And they're one of the places that's working on legalizing mushrooms. So I might have to move there one day.
that's definitely your area to be in.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah, I like this. Like, you can definitely take this definitely to a bigger platform. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm hoping, and I'm hoping to do it for other people too. Like I like the graphics, the motion artist that was here. Like I told him, because he's, like I said, the veil has been lifted, and like now he's trying to like spread the light to other people.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, if you ever want to like just rant, like just come. Like you can just, even if you just want to use it yourself and like not, I'll just man the audio, and like I keep telling people like stuff like that, because like I would love to be facilitating that. And then a lot of people like who do stuff like that, they don't know how to post it on YouTube, and they don't know how to do these things. So like I would do that. Like I would have no problem.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about trying to do some stuff for YouTube, but I have no idea what to do.
You should. Your face alone get you 1,000 subscribers.
That's what people keep telling me, man. Like, your look alone will definitely get you like just followers. I'm like,
yeah,
whatever, man. I don't want to use my looks. I want like my knowledge. I want to use my voice, and I want people to hear me and like actually listen to me, not just look at me.
Yeah, you don't want to be novelty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I'm a person. I have a brain too. You know, I'm not just tattoos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's hopefully it turns into something. We'll see. You never know with things. If anything, it'll just be a good portfolio.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Towards like being an interviewer or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Get picked up by like Complex or something.
Yeah, fuck. I want to get picked up by them. That'd be awesome, man.
And you seem like you could do something like that pretty easily. That's what it seems like.
I learn fast.
You talk well. You talk well.
I'm happy. I talk well. Well, when I'm not like on stuff, yeah, I talk well.
Yeah, right. When I'm not on stuff.
Yeah, but I'm happy I'm able
Allegedly. Nobody saw us take anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Allegedly.
I'm not on anything, actually. I'm high on life. Yeah, no, I'm happy that I'm able to like talk to people. I'm just comfortable with people.
Yeah.
It took a long time to be comfortable with people, especially like in front of cameras. Like, people freak out over cameras. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't have that nervousness.
I don't. I'm not anymore. It's gone now.
How did you work through that? Because you said like you were having trouble like from construction, and then all of a sudden like doing all this stuff. Well, I mean, doing your photography and meeting so many people.
That too.
How did you work through?
Well,
that nervousness.
It was literally, they say like practice makes perfect, right? So the more people that I met, the easier it just got. Like, I haven't modeled much, but I've been, I guess. Well, when you're interviewing people, like their eyes are pretty much cameras, right? Yeah. So these things are just extra eyes.
Yeah, right.
Being on you. So it's just like this is a person. This is a person. This is another person.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
They're just chilling. They're just watching you. They're listening to you. You really can't really like take those things seriously. Like the older I got, the more like I cared less about things.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry about how the way you look. You don't need to worry about all this. But yeah, it literally was just practice makes perfect. The more people I talk to, the better I got at it.
Wow. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of did the same thing when I was working at Kudo. Mm-hmm. I kind of did, yeah. Kudo. When I was working there, I did that so I could like meet a lot of. Well, I need money, but
of course.
I did it because like it was at Vaughan Mills, and like there's such a different collection of people.
Oh yeah,
at Vaughan Mills.
yeah,
there's
for sure.
Like every person you could think of. Mm-hmm. And you're in a kiosk, so you're like exposed to all of them. There's no like walking in a store. It's just like they're walking different by angles, and they'll start talking to you for no reason. Mm-hmm. So that was really cool. And the more people I met that way, it got a lot easier. Yeah. But even with interviewing, at first it was really hard. It is. This is the first interview where I haven't sweated uncontrollably.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, literally. Like usually this hat has to come off, and like I remember like second interview, I brought a towel. Oh, like geez. I had one just in case. Just like, Jesus, wipe myself.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Oh yeah, that's like it's yeah. Well, it's your first and second interview. Like my first and second interview, I was nervous. I'm pretty sure like I was stuttering, or like you can hear my voice going shaking, up and down. Yeah, shaking and stuff. Sure. Yeah, like that's whatever. Like look at you now.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Look at you now. All right. That's crazy. So. Just practice makes perfect. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. True.
I could literally talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, it's no problem.
Yeah.
You know how, like, guys have, like they try to talk to hot girls and stuff like that? No problem.
Really?
You can talk to anybody.
That's amazing.
Like, no problem.
Well, you're on footing with them because of the tattoos.
Whatever. Whatever.
Well, it's good to have that mindset. Mm-hmm.
That whatever mindset, just whatever, who cares?
Yeah, why not? I mean, people are people.
Yeah,
that's what I learned over time. Mm-hmm. And also, I guess being around really rough people. When I was younger, I was around a lot of rough, more violent people.
Okay.
So it's like, if that's not happening, then everything's fine.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Actually,
you know, if somebody's not flipping out, trying to hurt you, then like you're good.
Yeah, that's a good day.
You're just talking.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So. What else?
Yes, please. What else do you want to ask?
Now that we're in this state, we have to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do you want to ask you?
Well, I don't know. Past the photography, what else do you do? Like, I mean, there's cooking, there's photography, there's tattoos, obviously. Mm-hmm. Like, what else do you like just immerse yourself in that?
That's it.
You stick to it.
That's all. Well, that's not all I do. Like, you know, I hang out and chill and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what regular people do.
But like no other crafts.
No, like I don't do art. I can't draw. So yeah, it's literally just photography. Trying to perfect the craft of talking to people. So the art of talking, I guess.
Yeah, conversation.
The art of conversation, yes. Mm-hmm. Helping people. That's about it, man.
That's good.
And just, I don't know, just trying to inspire people and, I don't know, talk to girls. I don't know, man.
Yeah, see, like, as I talk to people, I see that, like, you know, when they're good at their stuff, they usually, like, stick to it. Yeah. They, like, stay in their lanes. Mm-hmm. Like, they just have their things.
Yeah, I don't want to stick to my lanes. You stick to your lane, you get bored, or you just, like, that's the only thing you're good at. Like, people don't
want to branch out.
Yeah, of course I want to branch out. Like, people don't know that I'm good at renovations. I'm good at construction. I have a diploma in welding. I have a diploma in renovations. People don't know that shit. People don't care. Really? All people really care about is like, oh my gosh, did you fuck that girl? That's all people care about, because that's all I show on my social media. People don't know that I read tons of books or I'm like super knowledgeable. Like, people don't care about that stuff. True. They only see what I put out on social media. True. All they see is the bums and the ass and the chicks and like whatever. Like, yeah, that's all they care about. True. That's my audience. True. But at the end of the day, I separate my social media from my personal life. Like, my social media is my social media. That's a different personality. Yeah. That's Tatted Munky. Mm-hmm. But when I'm not on social media, I'm Alex.
True.
I'm a normal person, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
It's just people think that I'm some sort of like money dude who gets all these girls and I fuck all day. Wow, man. Yo, I work hard. Like, yeah, man. So it's just, I'm just a regular person.
Yeah, actually.
At the end of the day, I'm just a regular person.
Yeah, like I said, I was surprised when you said like you worked like at a kitchen. You're like at work. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Like, you work? Like, dude, look at all these girls. I'm like,
yeah,
right.
It's
just what you see on social media. You don't know my personal life. I don't want to show my personal life on social media.
True. Yeah, especially if you're trying to build brand. Like, you might as well keep it to what the brand is.
That's my brand. My brand is, I'm that guy. Whatever people think I am, that's me.
Yeah.
On social media. But when you get to know me, I am literally just a regular person.
Man, yeah, because the Instagram, it looks wild.
Yeah.
It looks really wild. It looks like really cool. Like, it's extremely
You should see the pictures that I have that I'm going to show you after.
Oh, yeah? Sick. But yeah, it looks really cool. You did I think you did something on Halloween where you had the clown face.
Oh yeah, the clown face. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
What was that?
So, a friend of mine from Melbourne. Her name's Nicole.
Okay.
How did we meet? I don't remember how we met. I think I was interviewing her for something. I don't remember.
True.
I really don't remember. I was interviewing something for her, or she saw my pictures and she wanted to take pictures of me. I don't know what it was, but anyways, she's like, so I have this idea for Halloween. I want you all white face. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't care. So we were at, I think near UFT.
Okay.
We sat down in the park. She white faced me. Random people walking by looking all weird and stuff, and she just like,
So everybody's going insane, and like I was talking to him, and like I was like, there must be some kind of charging that happens when everybody's giving their energy to you like that. Because when those people are in there, like they're dedicated to him, and they just want to see him, and they're screaming at him, and he's just kind of sitting there basking in it. And I'm like, there must be some kind of thing that goes on, like within a person that, it has to be, like, for sure. Like there has to be like a charging mechanism, and like maybe that's why they're able to do such amazing things. Yeah, because they're all just charged.
The energies that are being brought to them. Yeah,
even the hate.
Yeah,
because it's just transmuted, right? Like no energy.
I love the hate.
Definitely
fires you up.
Yeah, exactly. Fires you up, and
love the hate.
When you transmit it into positivity, it's like fresh positivity.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling. Yeah, I love that. I love it.
That's really good. But yeah. The whole thing of getting charged up. Yeah, I think that's real.
No, it is real, man. I believe in energies. Like I believe in energies. I believe in vibes and stuff like that. Yeah, that's definitely real.
The whole law of vibration and everything like that. That whole law of attraction thing. Yeah, I believe in that stuff. I believe in it too. Just I think some people like just don't do it properly. Yeah. Kind of sit around and wait for stuff.
Yeah, that's not how you attract things, man. You have to work towards it.
Yeah, it's very weird. I started learning that this year. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say you have to manifest it. Like you have to say it out loud. You have to write it down. You have to believe in it, and it'll happen, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's what I've been doing. Good. And yeah, it's I noticed that it started really working when I started working.
Yeah, the world works in a weird way. Like it sees you. Like if you sit on your ass all day, nothing's gonna happen. But when you work hard, it comes back to you. Yeah, it's really weird.
It's very, very weird. Like as soon as I started, like you were like, hey, I'm gonna share this, and all of a sudden it's like on the stories, and all of a sudden like I got 10 interviews out of it, and all of a sudden it's like, holy fuck. Good. And all of a sudden another person, and all of a sudden like the last interview I interviewed, he's gonna try and get me some people. Exactly, and it's like, like once you start doing things,
it just keeps going.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
And people actually like see that you're doing shit, and they can believe it because they actually see it. Yeah, exactly. That was the thing. I think that's what got him. He was like, yeah, you're very consistent. And like that, I think that was what like made him like, oh, I might throw you some people, like if I can, kind of.
That's thing. Good. Did anybody hit you up when I?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Okay, good.
I think about 10.
Okay, good. I'm really happy about that. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes when I put things out, I always wonder if actually people actually do things.
You know what actually happened? I think about 5 people did, and then I think one of the people that follows you, I think it's like Kane.
Kane? Yeah. What's his Wolf something?
Yeah, Wolf Antlers.
Wolf Antlers. Yeah.
VHS.
Yes. He's a great photographer.
Really?
Yeah, he's a really good photographer.
Well, yeah, I saw his Instagram.
He's a model as well.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
He plays it down, but he's a model as well.
But he all of a sudden mentioned, like, he added all these people at me, and he's like asked these people, he's like, this person does this person does this person does this. He's like, tell them that I sent you.
He's also big in like the art community as well.
Yeah,
I think the photo community or art community as well. So I'm pretty sure he hit you up with people who are like
part of the collective. I think he has.
Okay, yeah. The collective that he's part of or he knows.
Yeah. So like, you know, that was amazing too. It's just
that's good because those people are. I'm sure the people that he gave you are probably the people that I'm thinking about in my head right now. Yeah, they're good people. Yeah,
I hope so. Well, it seems like it because like I always connect with everybody and I try to be as authentic as possible. Okay. I think that's another thing that brings about good luck is when you just get real authentic with yourself. Yeah, you get real serious about just being yourself. Yeah, I think it changes a lot of things.
It does. It definitely does.
Oh man, but so where do you want to go? Like, I know we're Tatted Munky. Eventually, you want to make that into like a paid thing. The interviews you want to turn into a book. But is that like, how dare you? Hold on one second.
How dare you call me?
I'm on live. He knows I'm on live. Stop that. He probably commented on the live feed. Can't do that. What's wrong with you? I know you want to make Tatted Munky like that. But in terms of like, what else do you want to do in terms of interviewing? Because your aspiration, like for how much you care about interviewing, it seems like it could be a lot more than a book. Yeah. At the end of the day, like you could do a book, definitely, but like it seems like there's a lot more. Yeah, you could give.
I've actually never thought about that. That's a good question. Yeah, I haven't done interviews in a while. Maybe in a year. Maybe in a year. My last interview was, I think it was here. I think it was last winter. Okay. So I've been definitely slowing down because I've been doing the whole taking pictures of ladies. So yeah, well, with the interview, I haven't really thought about it. So this answer is going to be not deep or not really thought out, but I really definitely want to like take it to a place where I'm able to just meet more people. Like I just want to meet more like bigger influencers. Like, okay. I'd not say like bigger names, just people who are
more established,
more like they have more power to their words.
Yeah, I was gonna more power and like probably more cemented in like the creative community.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of thing. True. Yeah, cool. So yeah, I definitely want to help you with that.
Dude, I want to help you too. we can definitely take this to a far, I don't know, wherever we're trying to reach, we can definitely reach it.
Yeah, exactly. And man, you should go to Europe. I wish I had the money to send you Europe.
Dude, I wish I had the money.
I'd send you right now because it'd probably pop off because like I feel like Europeans would pay for that stuff more so. I feel like at the end of it, they would feel like they'd have more connection to that than like someone here would.
They're more artsy.
Yeah,
they just don't care.
Yeah,
that's why I want to go to Europe.
Yeah, and I feel like they'd be like more about the moment. They'd be like, this represents like what we did here today, and like they'd want it. Yeah. Whereas here, it's like we don't.
Here, it's more commercial. It's just all about aesthetics and all about getting a good shot, making me look good. Like, yeah, I can make you look good. Like that's why you're hitting me up because you know I can make you look good. But I don't just want to do that. Oh no!
Oh, I didn't have it plugged in. Hold on, let me just get it plugged.
Oh no!
I can't believe I forgot to plug it in. I was so tired when I woke up today. Say random things.
No.
Give me some random stuff.
So random quotes. I don't have any. Sorry, I'm not I don't remember a lot of things. So today I woke up because I had a long day last night. I was in Hamilton shooting and doing super artsy stuff. I woke up pretty late today. Met up with Colin. Now we're doing this, and I'm happy that we met because now I understand what he does. And now we could like make beautiful art together by interviewing and doing cool cinematics and stuff like that.
That is actually what I want to do. Oh shit, my headphones. Jesus, Colin, come on. Kicking it.
Get with the program.
Yeah, I actually do want to make stuff like that. I was actually going to ask have you ever heard of vaporwave?
No.
Vaporwave. It's like this style I want to experiment with.
Never heard of it.
Really? Let me show you.
Okay.
Why not? I always forget that I have this and I can just like... Vaporwave's this stuff. You ever seen this weird stuff?
I actually have.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
Brendan actually showed me this and I fell in love with it.
It's super bright.
It's super bright and it's just super odd.
Yeah. Reminds me of like Miami Vice type of like that old,
right? Like a picture like this, it's like a green tea waterfall.
Yo, that's cool.
Right? It's just weird.
That's super cool.
They do weird things. They usually incorporate like old Windows 95 shit.
Yeah.
It's like really weird.
I've seen music videos like this. Like
really?
It's like just audio. It's just audio and just like random images and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah. It's really super weird, but I like it. It's really cool.
I actually want to see some stuff like that.
Oh man, I don't remember the artist's name. Like I saw it at, where did I see it at? I saw it at the Drake Hotel. I was there for some karaoke thing. I don't do karaoke. No, definitely not. I have to be really drunk to do karaoke.
Karaoke?
Yeah, really drunk to do karaoke.
I've never done it.
Yeah,
I've never experienced.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't.
It doesn't seem like the thing.
No.
Especially if you really, I really love music.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, don't.
Or they're just butchering the songs, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it was a live band, so it was a live band karaoke. It was really cool. It was
live band karaoke.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
that's a cool aspect.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah, definitely not.
Definitely not.
Man, so what steps can I take to become a better interviewer?
To be better interviewer?
That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm always trying to get the feedback so I can like bring it to the next episode.
Okay. Research their subject or research the person that you're talking to. Try to, like I said, it's first date, so
yeah,
impressions are everything. Oh man, this is hard to give advice to people,
right?
Because sometimes what I give you might not work for you. So,
well, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, like you're not creepy or anything, so it's like you have a good vibe to you. So I'm sure people are very comfortable towards you.
Yeah, it hasn't been too hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they don't like black people. But even if they don't like black people, they tend to be okay with me. I've heard that sentence a few times.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
I don't like black people, but
cool. I'm from Thornhill, so it's a little different.
Oh, okay.
Toronto.
Okay.
It's not as diverse.
Oh, true.
But I've heard that a lot of times. I've heard that like from older guys, like, like
that's awkward.
I'd let my daughter date you. Wouldn't regularly do that, but you're different.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it is.
If I was a black person and heard that, I'd be like, what?
You're horrible.
Like, okay, you're a horrible person. Just try to make it less of an interview feel, but more as we are talking. We were just having a conversation. Yeah,
true.
So maybe when you approach people, be like, yeah, it's an interview, but it's more of like a we're just conversating. We're just talking.
True.
I'm asking questions, but it's just us talking, like just shooting the shit. Just,
True.
I think that would help you a lot. Yeah. And yeah, it's definitely hard to, especially when you meet people for the first time. People have different vibes. just got to be open to different personalities.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
some people are weird.
Yeah.
Like really weird. And you just have to try to ignore that. Like with some people you get uncomfortable with weirdness. You got to like let go of all that and just be open to their realm.
Yeah.
And let go of whatever your constraints that you have for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much research, first date mentality, and not an interview, conversation.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hit it. I'm just trying to, get to know her.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, you're right about the personality thing. Because, like, when I was with that Brendan, the motion graphics guy, like, when he first started talking, I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy's going to be crazy.
Exactly.
Right? He just got unveiled.
Yeah.
And then as he kept talking, I'm like, yo, this guy's like my brother. I love this guy.
See, you start to see, like, okay.
Yeah.
They are crazy, but it's a good crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like everybody has their thing.
Yeah, they have their own quirks and stuff.
Yeah, and then after I was like, yo, this guy's the best. Like,
I'm going to invite this guy to my house more often.
Yeah, man, definitely. I did. Like, I sent him that message. I'm like, yo, if you want to use the equipment, let me know anytime. Awesome. Blah blah blah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was. It's really good. I actually thought the interview with you was gonna go like. I thought you were more like gangster. I thought you'd be like more straightforward and like gangster.
People think that a lot. Like,
yeah,
I have a lot to say. I like to talk. I like to listen. I like to talk as well.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna go like very straightforward.
Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
When you see like a picture like that you have like spliff and then you see like the 666 and you're like yo this guy's gonna be hood as fuck.
Nah, man, I'm a nice guy, man. I wasn't raised in that type of environment. I don't really want to reveal some of my past stuff that I've done. I've done gangster shit.
Yeah.
But like I don't that's my past.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I've changed a whole lot from my past. So like, I'm a different person now.
Yeah. Anybody that knows me from like 10 years ago knows completely different.
Exactly.
Completely changed.
Exactly.
No more.
Exactly. No more of that stuff.
No more activity.
Exactly. Exactly. No more of that stuff. It's different now.
Yeah, it's much different. It's much better.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, man. Jeez. So what time is it?
It is
2:19.
2:19. I gotta get going soon.
Yeah. You gotta leave at 3.
I gotta actually leave sooner than that.
Yeah, right. And then like I want to like connect a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Off air. So
Yeah.
I guess we can wrap it up.
Okay.
So let's. I wanna know. I always try to ask at the end. Is there anything that you want to say to the 4 people who are going to be watching this?
the 4 people who are going to be watching this
about art and whatever you want to get off your chest.
Okay. Just be very positive about everything that you do in life. The more negativity that you let out in the world, the more that it will come back to you. So the more positive things that you manifest, it will come back to you. But remember, you can't just sit on your ass. You have to put in that work. So put in work. Be very positive about everything that you do. Try your best to be positive about everything that you do. And things will definitely be more successful towards you.
Amazing. So, what social medias, what websites, anything that you want to put out there?
I only have Instagram. My Instagram is Tatted Munky, TATTED MUNKY. Hit me up if you want photos, if you want me to model and stuff, whatever. Just give me a shot.
Perfect. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace, everybody.
All right.